Hey everyone!
Hey!
Hi! Welcome. Hello.
Willkommen! Hey.
Wicked Wednesday. Wicked
It's
Wednesday.
Wicked Wednesday, my dude.
Could
Owie,
not
owie,
come
ow.
quick enough. Guys, am I right?
Owie, owie, ow, life hurts. But we're here, and that's the important thing.
We're here.
How are we, folks? It's lovely to have you all
We're
here.
good. We're good.
Is it foolish to say that it feels slightly more hopeful than usual? Maybe not. Anyway,
Nah.
I don't know
today.
what you mean. I don't know what you're talking about. I rarely keep up with social events or political. I just keep track of when I do.
Tom.
Hope you're ready for some interesting
It's early for
character
apologies.
choices today, guys.
I'm having a day. I apologise. How are we?
Good. Guys, listen. Look and listen. We are Wicked Game, and I'm Lydia, and that's Nikki, and that's Michelle, I think, and that's Tom. We do TT RPG stuff, but on Wednesdays we're very wicked because we play our game from the ashes.
On Wednesdays we wear pink.
Oh, none of us are wearing pink.
Thomas.
I'm wearing pink. No one's wearing pink. Tom's wearing pink.
My face is just constantly pink, so we good.
We got a YouTube, guys. So like, if you're watching now and you're like, this is cool, I want to catch up, or whatever you missed last week, you can either watch the first episode in the VODs, or you can go over to YouTube and watch it there. Like whatever suits you best. As always, we want to say a big thank you to our mods. Flash, Rooney, Sweet Poison, we love them, they're incredible. Like, be good in chat. We're not looking particularly closely, but be really good, because I honestly think they'll rip you a new asshole if you screw around in chat. They are not to be trifled with.
They're not to be truffled with.
They're not trifle.
They are. That's not wrong.
Don't truffle with them and don't trifle with them. Consent is key. So, unless there's any other specific announcements, which I don't think there are, we shall shed this reality like a snakeskin and condense. Tom, don't undress. That's not what I meant.
You said
so
shed.
No nips on Twitch.
Last time we discovered our new friends walking through the night away from a burning building. Each of them in their own way coming to terms with leaving behind a difficult past and traveling towards this uncertain future. We encountered terrifying, greedy badgers, hirsute fishermen. You helped some people out, some nets were fixed for a few copper. They put out a moonshine fire, and all of that before heading to bed for the evening, ready to travel first thing in the morning to the beautiful city of Arroway Haven. So you guys come to, you wake. Not all of you are sleeping, of course. Some of you just trancing. Nix, you stayed up a little later to sit in that chair by the window watching the moon, basking in that little moonbeam, and you come to from your trance. Boys, you wake to the smell of baking bread and bacon being cooked. What do you do?
Oh God! The
Go
silence.
back to sleep because you're allowed a lion.
Yeah,
I thought I was being really polite and sort of giving you guys the chance to sort of say your piece. But I think Serge. I don't think I have ever fully smelt bacon or bacon bread. So this is new mouth-watering sense for me. And I think my immediate sort of reaction would be to kind of look around just to make sure that the other two are actually there, actually sort of we're all safe, we're all happy, and then kind of probably start getting out of bed. I don't know about the others though.
Yeah, I think Nyx does a similar thing of like her eyes like open slowly as you would come out of a trance, and then like go wide, like in that sort of panic of not quite believing they're out, and just darting over to Cam and to Serge and making sure they're okay.
I imagine that the window is between the two twin beds, so you could stretch your arms out either side and lay your hands on the two boys, just to kind of see that they're there. Yeah, you get drool back on both hands.
Yeah, they're okay.
Serge's just real clammy. just.
Oh. Ooh.
I excrete.
Oh no. God, lesson learned. Are you both okay?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever slept so well. That was amazing. How are you both? Are you both okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Cam, are you okay?
Chamomile is good. There's no bell.
What? Belle?
Yes.
Oh. No?
Would you like a bell or?
Yes. It's new for chamomile. Is awake with the sun.
Oh yeah, that's. Is it bright?
It's nice. Is gentle. Like pat on head.
Calma, you like pull the window like up, and it is like a cloudless day. The sun is shining. You get this waft of incredibly hot air comes in. It is like, it's early and it's already pretty hot, so it'll be blistering by noon.
I think he's just gonna if we open the window, I think he's just gonna spend it is there any breeze whatsoever?
This is not really. Not right now, no.
That's okay. I think Cam's gonna carefully. He's wearing long johns, and I think he's gonna begin to the various kind of buttons and fastenings for his clothes. He's gonna begin to get ready.
Shall we go find some breakfast, and then I think we should probably head off soon if we want to get to Arroway Haven.
Was there something said about money? Did we need to pay for tonight as well?
Oh, I think she said 5 copper, but then because we helped her with the the explosion and the fire and stuff, so I think we're okay. But if she asks for money, I have this 5 copper.
Is coin is 5 eggplants.
5 eggplants is 1 copper. Therefore,
That's one hell of an exchange rate, I tell you. That's pretty amazing, that.
So we have 25 aubergines.
25 whole.
Same thing as the turnip market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's done.
Stonks.
The stock market. Okay, yeah. So I think Binti said that we can stay here for free, and she'll give us breakfast and stuff.
Amazing. I mean, hey, far be it from me to pay for something that doesn't need to be paying for. I was thinking last night, Minnie was talking about someone else that was that came through here that was going to Arroway Haven. Do you think maybe we could, I don't know, catch up with them, make it easier? It sounded like he was important, and obviously, if we make good friends, if we make important friends, then it'd be so much easier to I don't know, hide, I guess. Does that make sense?
Sort of, but also, oh, I don't know. I like, you know, trusting these people. I'm sure whoever that fellow was is. I think he left yesterday. So.
Right. So he's probably quite far away right
Yeah,
now.
maybe we should just stick to just us. We should just stick together for now, and you know, if we make friends with people, they ask questions, and then that.
I think we both kind of, you know, just a little sort of like glance to yeah that makes sense. Yeah, there's a cam here.
Yeah. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. Cam, are you all almost dressed?
Is 1 minute? It's just like his like suspenders like fastening, and then the waistcoat, and then tying his little like cravat tie ascot thing.
Would you like some help?
Is Chamomile gentleman? Chamomile can he's okay.
The gentlest of gentlemen, absolutely. All right. We go eat. I'm kind of starving.
Yeah. We should take what we can. You know, while we've got food, eat. I know you both want to be polite, and I want to be polite. Binti has showed us nothing but great hospitality. However, I don't know when we'll eat again, so just make sure you eat well.
I think I can do that.
Okay. Okay, good.
Before we go downstairs, can I inspect the last of our aubergines?
Yeah.
How they looking?
Well, I mean,
Like aubergines.
they've got like little parts that are softer than they probably should be from sort of being kicked about a little bit. And they've got a nice crispy like crumb on the outside of sand. Yeah.
He's like old man.
Sorry, Koma. What?
Is
What's like old man?
is eggplant is like old man.
Okay.
I
Is
don't
wrinkle
think-
and spot?
Sure, can.
The three of you sort of look at each other for a little while and then just make your way out of the.
all noses bleed.
It was just talking about their skin, you filthy perverts.
Oh my god.
And you step down into the kind of main parlor, come kitchen, come dining area. And there is Binti, who has already set the main table. There is a big plate in the middle with a huge loaf of bread that's already been cut into these really thick wedges of freshly baked bread, and each plate has a slice with just lump of butter on top, waiting for it to kind of melt in a little bit, but it's just so much butter. And she's just placing a pot of tea in the middle of the table. And oh, hello, morning.
Morning.
Did you sleep all right?
Is good. Thank you. I think Can's gonna pretty awkwardly start to hold people's chairs out for them, like at the start of this conversation. So he's just gonna immediately go and like hold people's.
What you're sharing out? The food
No,
that's
I'm
on
holding
tables,
people's
like-
chairs for like Serge and Nix. I'm
Oh,
like
you're
pulling their
holding
chairs out
people's
and
chairs
stuff.
I get it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Kat.
Yeah, I think you hold out Binti's chair for a little bit, and she's like, "No, I've got things to do still." So
And it's
you
just I'll
sit.
begin like pouring like Surgeon Nick's tea, like, and just making sure they're like
I think you
plates are
probably
full.
you keep trying to put your hand on something, and she just her hand gets there like slightly quicker, and you realise that she's just like under your arm already there, like holding the teapot. And she's just gonna go on, sit down, get away with you, come on. And
Roll for initiative.
I cast Fireball at 8th level.
And she comes round with, she goes back to the hearth and picks out a heavy pan, and she starts placing like a little heap of crispy bacon on your plate, and says, "Right, I can do eggs as well. Do you like eggs?"
Yes,
Got a
please.
couple. I've got like a hen out back. She won't stop. Prolific woman she is.
She's running.
She's no, she doesn't run. She just sits there and shits out eggs constantly.
Shits them out. When?
We've
What
got
do you
a
mean
glass
shits
of
them
eggs.
out?
I can do fried eggs if you like.
Where do the eggs come from? You saying
Oh
shit?
dear, I don't think. Let's not. I just was saying, do you want eggs or do you not want eggs?
No, not anymore. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I will
Alright.
take some eggs, please.
Okay. I can hard boil them if you want to have them for your lunch on the road.
Yes, please. As many as you can spare, please.
Well, I'll see if she's put some down since I went and checked this morning. Because as I said, prolific.
Egg shitter.
So she goes outside just for a second to check under the hen, and you have hot tea. You have, I mean, it's it's a very hot day already, and you've got nothing but hot food in front of you. But there's plenty of it. And she comes back and put.
Did they really come out their arse?
Oh,
I made a terrible mistake.
I don't actually know the anatomy of a chicken, Serge, that well.
Does that mean I can do that?
No, darling, no.
Caviar.
At least I don't think so. Oh God. Oh no.
I think I'll stick to bacon for now. I think. Thank you though.
Yeah.
It'd be Surge Roe rather than caviar, wouldn't it?
It would be. It would be.
It would.
Oh,
Not any
I'm
better.
so sorry.
No-
Can we
no
set
better.
Set like a tone before we started streaming, and it's very difficult to get tonally out of that space.
I think we can fully blame
what
Tom
is
for
it?
that tone.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so you once you're sort of eating away, and Binti just sort of once she's managed to get Cam to actually sit down and eat.
it's and struggle. I think
It is and struggle.
his instinct
but
is
once
to
she
pick
does,
up a broom or
you
something.
sort of feel a little pinch under your arm.
Yeah.
And she just sort of looks at you and goes, "Sit down now, please."
Yes.
And as you kind of finally sit down, she looks up at you and says, "Before you go, I just wanted to show you something, but there's no rush. You eat up, and I'll show you before you, just as you're leaving. Okay?"
Okay.
All right. Well, if you're done upstairs, I'll strip the beds. She sort of bustles off.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
What do you think she's got to show us?
Is
No?
egg?
Could be a chicken arsehole.
Yeah, I don't think she'd show us that.
Well, I don't
Is-
think. I don't think
is
it'll be.
pig?
Pig? You think she's showing us a pig?
Maybe.
Okay,
I don't know. Why are you worried or?
Well, I don't know. What if someone's onto us? What if she's onto us?
Well, do you think we need to like prepare? Like, do you think we need to get ready to run or?
I don't know. it wouldn't hurt to be ready to run in case.
Right. Okay. I think I kind of grab a few more just bits of bread, a couple of bits of bacon, and just shove them in the. I'm saying that the gown that I have has pockets. I don't. I hope you agree, Lydia, because otherwise I don't know where I'm putting my stuff. And sort of like just shove bread and bits in pockets and stuff. Just get ready.
That's fine. She's wrapped up in some kind of waxed paper, some extra bits of bread, and some boiled eggs, like enough for 2 each, to kind of keep you going. And essentially you're packed and ready to go. And she's out on the porch area that you were sitting last night. Right. So you're off then, are you? You said you were going to the big city.
Yes.
Lovely. Yeah. Well, I just thought I would show you, Cam, before you head out for good. I got up a little early this morning. I noticed last night you really liked my rose bush. That sounds funny when I say it like that, but you were sort of looking at the flower for quite a long time.
Is yoke?
It's not a... No, don't worry about it. I just got a filthy mind more than most. Anyway, when I woke up this morning, I took a little clipping of it. Just like sometimes you can take a clipping of a plant and then replant it, and then you got 2 plants, right? And I know you're traveling, so you probably don't want it right now, because it might get broken or it might not thrive in your pocket or in your bag or whatever. But I put it in a little pot and I'm going to grow it here for a spell, but it's your plant. So when you're all fixed up in the city, just remember you got a plant here. It's that rose. I'll do my best. Keep it growing.
Is plant for Cam?
Yeah, for you, yeah. I mean, it's not cost me anything because it was only off the one I got. It didn't cost me nothing. I just took a clip in and put it in the earth and put some water on it.
Is for...
Have I done something? Did I say it funny?
It's for me?
Am I saying it wrong?
No. Yeah, Cam, it's a gift for you.
Is gift?
It's a gift for you, yeah. This is your... She kind of she picks it up from like it's behind the... She had the rose in a like a window planter, and on the windowsill, like behind it, is a little like terracotta plant pot with this tiny little sproutling sticking up out of it with its like harsh edges and like 2 leaves like sticking off. And she goes, I think I did the clipping right. It's got little like nodules coming off it. That's where the flowers will come out. It's for you. It's Cam's plant, that one.
It's so little.
Yeah, it's your one. It's gonna grow big and strong. And when you're all settled and you've got a place, a windowsill that you can put it on, come back. I'll give it to you. I'll hand it over. It'll be bigger by then.
I think he's like mid her sentence. He has picked her up and like giving her a hug.
Oh Lord! Oh, big arms. Hasn't he got? He's got big arms, girls, hasn't he? Woo! He's a big boy. Thank you. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Thank you very much. You're all right. You're good people.
Chamomile is thanks.
No, that's all right. You're good people. I can tell these things. You did me and Gary both. You did us proper yesterday, so I figured a little clipping of a rose. It's least I can do. A little bit of bacon and stuff.
Is.
All right. Well, you good luck to you. Don't forget old Binty. Yeah.
Oh,
Binty, thank you so much. I tell you what, if everyone we meet on the road is as kind and as generous as you, we'll have no problems. Thank you so much.
Dear boy, you're absolutely fucked if you think that's the case.
I'm
a rare one. Yeah, I'm a rare one. Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. Okay.
Binty, thank you so much for your hospitality. I don't suppose
That's okay.
There's anyone in Arroway Haven that you know, or anyone we should look out for, or like a safe place for us to stay?
Oh, that's a very good question. I don't tend to spend loads of time there because it's expensive in a city, isn't it? Sometimes though I go, there's a couple of pubs that take like my Bector Picross just from like time to time. So that is. Listen.
You just put him in a bin.
Anyone would think by the look on his face. There is a, I think my favourite pub there is called, gosh, if I could just scroll down on my page and get the list of
You
pubs,
scroll?
that would be.
You've got scrolls. Scrolls will do. Sorry, is your cat bothering you, miss?
There's one called what is it? It's called I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. It's the Fox and Felon. Not too expensive.
All right.
And they, I think the name of the woman that runs it is Mary, which is often, I think, an interesting name for a dragonborn. Fuck.
Is
Mary.
is Foxy's fallen?
Felon, like a felon, somebody who was done crimes. They've done a crime, and then they got
Who?
caught, and they
What?
got made
No,
a felon.
no.
Oh,
we
dear.
no, we haven't. It's fine. No, that's not us.
Can I just put my hand over Serge's mouth, like?
It's only the name of the place. Often they've had the names for like generations, so it's not like dodgy or anything. So that's Mary there. She's kind of nice, but I'll tell you something, cooking is fucking awful. She's never been able to cook that well, so I would not bother with food there.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
Cam's great at cooking, so
Yeah. There is a
Maybe
place,
we-
a boarding house that sometimes I've heard that people go to, and it's called the tuna. No, what is it called? Something like the tuna scale, or tuna scale Trandle, I think it's called. You can get good prices for like if you stay there longer, but I never needed to because I only ever really go for one night because it's too expensive.
right. When you say too expensive, how much is it? Is it like 5 copper expensive, or
Remember.
is it?
It'll be like it'd be under a gold, but it would still be like maybe I can't really remember, somewhere between 5 silver and a gold. But you could probably do a deal or something for a bit longer. I can't remember the name of the person that's there, but
Right.
you know.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Well, you're
Again.
welcome.
And looking forward to seeing you again.
Yeah, no problem. Safe journey, people.
Is
Thank you.
chemist thinks is
Ta-da! She's like off, and you sort of see her. She's already got like a barrel. She's like trying to roll a barrel away around the back.
Are you okay, Cam?
is
Yeah.
Cam is good. Is
Good. You've got your own plant.
yes. He's gonna like do like a little finger pat on it. On the
You
little...
break it. No, you don't. You don't.
Do a little finger pat on it before like we head out.
Right.
Okay, well you set off. The sun is blazing today. It is warm. Once you get to that dune area again, you get a little bit of that ocean breeze, but it is not much at all. And you sort of make your way. Tell me a little bit about exactly your style of travel. Are you trying to be quick? Are you trying to be like, stealthy, or
We do that thing where one of us jumps over one's shoulders, and it's like a leapfrog train,
Yeah.
and that's how we move.
Okay, noted. You're going to be on the road for a long ass time.
Yeah.
I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is what Surge would do. I think it's kind of done us well so far, like following the coast. And I think being near the sea is quite a nice thing as it stands at the moment, anyway. Because apart from anything else, there's a slight breeze at the very least. I think I'm just going to be sort of walking along as normal, chatting to you guys, and if I do see anything, then I'll turn around to Nix and say, "Shall we hide?" Or but that's basically it. I don't know about the other two.
Nix hates this. It's so bright. It's so hot. So I'm torn between either she's walking ahead quite quickly, like with her cloak, like, you know, if you're trying to shout from the rain, you hold your coat up like this over
Like a little kid pretending they're playing in the playground.
Yeah, but no, not like that. Just like over her. She's got that with her, like her cloak over her as well as her hat, just trying to form some shade, but it's really hot because it's all black that she wears. So I think she's moving quite quickly, but I'm imagining having to stop every now and then to stop and turn back and be like, "Come on, let's go." It's really hot out here.
I think Cam's probably the slowest. I assume Surge is like walking where, if there is any water, kind of like meets the land, like so it laps over his feet on occasion.
Yeah, I think sort of like he'll kind of meander, like he knows where you are, and he'll sort of like go and skip down to the beach, and like if there's something like a little bit of flotsam or something on the beach, he'll kind of pick it up and kind of like throw it away and come back, and just like proper excitable puppy.
I think Cam's gonna on occasion, he's gonna do that. It's a real dad thing when you're on like a walking trail, but just occasionally pull out, you know, when you just like pull out a fucking ordnance survey map and unroll the whole fucking thing, even though you're on a trail. He's gonna pull out the painting and he goes, "Yes," and then like roll the painting back up and then tuck it.
Oh.
Is like go. Is like feel yes.
I think you know, you walk for a fair amount of hours, and it is now, the sun is very high in the sky. That heat is really it's a lot. I think it's probably quite a lot for Serge as well, who's the one that's wearing like the least and got the most kind of skin out or whatever. And the landscape, like the beachy element of it, starts to get more like it's I guess it's sort of duney, and it's more than duney because the water is, we've lost music, I think, or maybe not.
We have, yeah.
That's my fault.
It's fine. Relax.
It's all good.
It is kind of where lots of the water is coming in to the in more inland, and it's almost more like boggy, like the area is a bit wetter and softer underfoot, and I think maybe is the music back now?
Yeah, it is.
Cool.
It's come back at full force.
So the land is a little bit like more a little bit boggier underfoot, and I think probably looking at passive perception, it would be Nyx that would maybe pick up on it. But there's something that just sort of, there's a breeze and there's something that just hits your ear. Can you please roll perception for me?
Is this listening or sight?
Listening.
Cool. That's a 9.
Only. Good. Rolls.
Only good rolls for Tom and Nikki.
Yeah, that's how it always goes.
Tom wildly swings one way or the other.
Yeah.
Thematically, though.
Yeah.
And sexually.
You, Tom, honestly, you thought you had something, and then you stop for a second, and you're like, seagull, and you keep walking for a little bit, and I reckon probably getting nearer Cam. Can you roll me perception?
Come on, Cam, you can hear it.
Oh, yeah, Cam. Yeah, that's right.
Oh no.
He's 7.
Oh no.
We don't see anything.
Head
Just for a second,
empty,
you
eyes closed.
Just for a second, you caught a whiff of something that you thought smelled bad, and then you just was like, seagulls.
Something
bagels.
stabs you, and then you go, ugh, seagulls.
And there are like little areas of like heavy rock, large rocks, sand duney areas with tufts of like that tough kind of grass, little pools of water that have kind of settled there since the tide's pulled out. And I'm going to say this. Out of seemingly nowhere, just as your eye is caught by something like a mound out of that seems to be protruding from a boggy area of the sand that almost looks like there's sort of like tile poking out, and there's something green on top of it, a kind of small green fella steps out in front of you, turned up nose, like ears with tufts on the end that come up like this, just green with a kind of a big belly, and very short spindly legs and arms, and does two things. Firstly, very relaxing music. While I just want to change the perhaps the feel.
What the fuck is this?
What is it? Oh no.
And kind of swipes at Cam for a 17 to hit.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that hits. He's little man.
Is this
You take 3 points of clawing damage, and then there is this sort of stunned moment as you feel that the blood well up where it clawed you, and it just like looks you right in the eye as it emits this green fetid cloud from behind it. Can please all three of you roll a con save?
Oh no.
Oh, Lydia, why have you done this?
Lydia!
Lydia!
Oh. Well, I got an 8.
Oh, you fail.
Yeah, of course I do.
Just for
roll
Lydia.
well.
Just for Lydia's reference.
Yeah, natural.
And the
natural
kiss for
20.
you too.
I'm gonna roll in. No, I'm not. I'm actually gonna roll.
And
properly.
we are boom Theatre of the Minding. However, we have a map, the map that we were going to use. Unfortunately, in Norwich, we're in the middle of a storm, and that fucks internet.
Yeah.
So you will see a static map as we go through Theatre of the Mind. Are you happy for me to transition, Lydia?
Yeah.
I got a 23. Only good rolls for Tom. I got an 18.
Oh, nice. Okay, well, Nix, for your reference, you are poisoned as basically this revolting smelling fetid cloud reaches your nostrils and poisons you to the point where you are constantly gagging from the smell of it, and it's like kind of makes you cough as well, but it's like that kind of So you are not only poisoned,
Oh,
but
God.
you can only do a bonus action or an action on your round. You got to pick. As you're kind of choking in this terrible gas.
Wait, so I only get an action or a bonus action as well as the normal poison condition.
Yes,
Oh,
indeed.
Shit. Okay, all right.
It's bad.
That's
Can we
bad.
please have some initiative now that the surprised? It's not surprised. You guys were surprised. It's the
I'm-
first round.
I'm just fully just gonna only use these dice. These are the dice I did in the craft stream for Cam, where you guys helped me pick a green to repaint them. And I rolled a 17 initiative.
Ooh. Oh,
Cam is go.
I rolled a 7.
I haven't rolled above a 7.
What did you roll this time?
I rolled another 4, so that's a 6 for Nix.
Don't do that. Why'd you do that?
Oh God.
Nixie.
Oh God,
Oh no.
I'm scared. For our reference, Lidjar, are we still using Foundry?
No.
No, we're not. Full
No.
theatre of the mind.
It made everything crash. I thought my whole computer was going to crash. You nearly lost me, and that's when the music went. So I've hard bailed, and now I feel like my Zoom is really like responsive. So I'm happy.
Yeah.
Okay, the order is Cam, Green Fella, Surge, Nix. Yeah.
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 So, Cam, this little short green fella in front of you, and just kind of to the left, and it was to the right where you saw that thing poking out of the water.
The little building or structure. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's fairly clear from the map. You
Yeah,
can kind
yeah,
of
just-
see
just-
there.
just so I know-
It's a carriage.
That's
It's
fine.
a carriage that's there, and on top, standing on top of the carriage, is another green fella who's like jumping on top of it, like laughing in its own like green fetid cloud.
Cam's so this thing just clawed me, did a big stinky fart. He's going to hands under its armpits and lift it and go stinky baby, and rush it to the water.
Okay, roll. Let's do a grapple. Let's do some grappling.
Oh God.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Oh my god, guys, these dice.
He's back.
Jesus Christ!
He's back.
Have you roasted
Alright, well, I'm
the
not going
dice?
to bother looking up his dex because I rolled a 9, which isn't going to do it with your.
The
natural
best
20.
part about all of this is I once rolled a character in front of Lydia in a pub. The first time we'd played any close to D&D together, and I said, Lydia, I just need you to know I do roll very well. And Lydia's exact response was, now you've said that, you're going to roll terribly. And to this day, the blessing continues.
Yeah, he did. It's spooky, guys. It's real spooky. Okay, you've got this. You lift him up, and his little
So I
arms
think
legs are-
my entire movement should get me to the water nearest, closer to the carriage. Is that correct? Because it's hard because I'm carrying something, right?
Yeah, that's yeah.
And then I'm gonna do that, and then you stink, and then just like dunk him in the water a bit to wash him.
Okay. All right. Let's give me an athletics roll for that, just to sort of because that's quite. You're battling with a little fella.
He's stinky baby. Athletics. Cool. I rolled a 17.
17. Yeah, it's a real. I'm gonna say it's kind of a struggle. It's not easy. You do manage to do it, but it's fighting you every step of the way. This baby doesn't want to be washed.
Yeah. It's like a Russian baptism.
God. So it's now the green fella that's on top of the carriage turns and looks at you, and kind of like a kind of wrinkly, fat Rumpelstiltskin,
Just say
nude
it.
and green.
Stinky baby. Yeah? Just say it.
on top of the carriage, it like starts stomping its little feet, and you see the carriage shunting a tiny bit further into the sand as it's doing it, and this terrible like cackling laugh rolls out. Okay, Surge's go.
So is there? Did the stinky baby emit like a cloud of vapor, or is it just like a...
That green fog that came out of the back of it is still in the area that it got lifted away from. It left it behind, and that you can kind of see that green cloud that you and Nyx are in the side of it. Nyx, they're just...
Okay, cool. I think can I just sort of like push at it and try and cast gust at this this cloud to try and disperse it?
It is that's a cantrip, right?
It is a cantrip, yeah.
Yeah, it should be fine. If you use your whole action to cast gust, it will move move it away. Perfect.
Yeah. And how close am I to the what's it called? A cart?
The carriage.
The carriage, yeah.
You're about 20 feet away from it.
Okay, can I just use my entire movement to get to the carriage and just kind of shout like, "Hello, is there anybody in there?"
The carriage. So when you approach, you realize that I know like it was very difficult to try and make that picture, weirdly enough, but it's actually very far sunken into the soft, wet sand, and you've only got this tiny sliver of the very top of the window that would be the carriage door, and looking out, like you just see these eyes inside the carriage looking. They are heavily like, there's a lot of eyeliner and streaking tears, and you just like, you see this like face like banging on the glass, like panicked and screaming from inside.
Cool. I'm just gonna immediately shout, Cam, there's someone in here. I need your help. And I don't have an action or anything, but I'm just gonna sort of start scrabbling at the like. Is it sort of, sorry, is it a door or is it just a window that you start?
So most of the door is submerged. I don't know how to make my hands make it look like it, but the door is the door is mostly submerged into...
So yeah, she's like drowning in sand.
Like, guys, I'm fucking bogging it in the sand.
She's gonna die.
Fucking die. It is sunk mostly into, like, there's a bit of water, and then it's sunk mostly into the boggy sand, and you only have about sort of this much of the top of the door, and the rest is like underneath.
Okay, cool. That's all I can do. So
yeah, that's cool. Next.
Oh, don't quite know what to do here with these stinky babies. Gagging away, Nyx is just gonna mutter under her breath, not even really looking at them, but she's gonna be like, "Make all your bacon burn." And can they make charisma saving throws, please?
Yeah. Man, what is their charisma? I think I need to go quickly back to the page.
Stinky babies cannot have good charisma.
Stinky babies. Come on, they're stinky.
I'm gonna let you in on something. They got a -4 to charisma, so
It's just
that is a 10 -4. That is a 6.
Cool. So these two stinky babies, I just cast Bane on them. So any saving throws or attacks, you gotta roll a d4 and take it off.
Amazing. They're like, so you did that to the one that Cam's holding, or the one that's on top of the carriage?
Both of them.
Oh, you can do it to both. Amazing.
I can target up to 3. So
there's just this kind of moment. Their like teeth are really raggedy in those like weird fleshy ears, and the like black claws, and they're like kind of giggling and gurgling away, and then there's just this kind of moment as that Bane like sets in on them, where they're bummed out for a split second. You're sort of ruining their fun a little bit. Okay, cool. Is that your full go? Have you got anything else?
I'm gonna move out.
You can't, can you?
I can move though, right?
You just feel gagging. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna like move towards Serge because he was like, "There's someone needs help," so I'm just like, I'm coming, and gagging while she's walking over.
Incredible. Okay, the one that is being held by you, Cam, is going to a couple of things happen. It's facing you because you picked it up and it was looking at you while it guffed. So it is looking at you and it's going to attack you twice. Once with its.
Are they at disadvantage? No, they're not. They're not.
No. And did you say it's a D4 and you have to take it away?
Yeah.
It's like opposite blessed, right?
Yeah. It's opposite bless.
That's the name of the spell.
Hashtag Bane.
Okay, so it misses with its claws, but it's gonna go in with its. God, dog shit! Absolute dog shit. That's a.
No, it's human shit.
14 to hit. Does a 14 hit you? Misses.
I'm keeping him at arm's length. I'm like,
yeah, it's trying to like get near you, and it's it's the same story. It's the same story, but slightly fleshier than the badgers. And the other thing that happens in that moment is that you feel a nip at your ankle as you're standing in the water.
Motherfucker.
I'm wearing boots, Lydia.
That is a 20 to hit as a little quipper.
I am wearing boots though.
Oh, bloody quipper.
If you actually, Lydia, if you confer with the official canon art, I'm wearing knee-high boots.
And these fuckers.
This is why we shouldn't. This is why we shouldn't have let him play fucking Cyberpunk. I swear.
It actually counts as thick cover. So for this purposes, my AC is +7. So yeah, they hit.
You take a singular hit point damage as a little like floating spiral of blood seeps into the water. Okay, top of the round, it's you, Cam.
His fish, his baby, and he's just gonna hand over the baby to Serge, and and by that I mean he's gonna hold it out to Serge and then just let go and wade in, and he's gonna just push through the glass panel in the hopes to because he can't open the door, can he?
No.
So he has to break the thing. So
okay.
he's gonna push through the glass panel to try and help this woman out.
Okay. Round one of attempt to get in to help the person within the carriage. Let's have an athletics, please.
In the interest of clarity, Stinky Baby would probably get an attack of opportunity on me as I move away.
Minus that D4. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it fails even, without the D4.
14.
It is not good enough. You are pushing, and this person kind of pulls back a little bit. You see that it's actually a fella deep olive skin, this mop of curly hair that's got a little bit of sun bleaching through it. A kind of a headpiece that would have been this pretty leaf circlet type thing, but is totally skew with, and he's just full screaming hysteria.
I don't have anything to do with my bonus action, but as my bonus action, can I put my face right to the glass and go, "Kiamis, save you!"
He pisses himself. Okay, so okay, so you are now in the second fetid cloud. So if you could please roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
That'll be a 17, Lydia.
17.
Lydia.
There is a moment of but it's not enough to really poison you. The fella that's on top is going to attempt to attack you. I think the Bane might be the thing that saves you. No, that's a 19 to hit.
What the fuck? Yeah, it hits. The Bane might be the thing that saves me. I'm level 1, Lydia.
Well, that's 6 points of damage as it literally comes down and opens its jaws onto the very top of your head. It sort of squats its little legs down and just clamps its jaws around the top of your head, and you take 6 points of head damage. It's going to go in for a second attack as it then claws at your neck. I don't think that's good enough. Let's put the Bane in. Okay, so that's 12. 12 plus 2, so that's 14.
Misses.
It misses.
Doesn't.
It tries to scratch you, but you're like move, even though it's kind of like blood dripping down your face. Ooh, focus. Okay. And from round the back of the carriage where you hadn't seen it before comes a third one, and starts wading like towards you, Nyx.
Not a fan of this.
No.
But it doesn't get to have a go because it's just a little bit too far away.
Oh, thank goodness.
Serge, it's your go. So just for your reference, because obviously I didn't say it right away because I didn't want to spoil it, but the order goes: Cam, green fella that was behind the carriage that's just turned up, Serge, Nyx, green baby that Serge has now got near him, and then there's a quipper somewhere in that water.
Okay, great, wonderful. So I think I'm going to look up at the boy that's just done the head damage against Cam, and again my eyes sort of turn inky black, and I say, I think you should leave now. Can you roll a wisdom saving throw, please?
Don't forget the
Bane
D4.
applies to saving throws as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wisdom.
Yes.
Okay, well,
Yes,
we're already at
noblesse.
1. So, wisdom is a -1, so we're at a 0.
Hey, excellent. And roll your 1d4, please.
Yeah, no, that I already did that because it rolled a
Okay,
3, then a 2, then a -1.
Okay, wonderful. So that's 3d6, 6, and 5. Okay,
Damn.
it's okay. We're okay. I thought I was going to get perfect damage, but next to perfect. is
Only
all
good
we can
rolls.
do. So that's 17 points of damage, and it needs to run as fast as it can.
Away!
With its reaction.
Incredible. It is
Get
still
off.
up, but it's looking really rough. And what kind of damage is it?
Psychic.
It like clutches at its head and goes "Nah!" and turns and sprints like straight off the edge of the carriage, falls face down in the sand, gets itself back up and continues to run.
We love to see it.
We love to see it. Got anything else for your go?
Yes. So I think I'm gonna sort of like peek around Cam ever so quickly and sort of just like look at the person that's in the carriage, and like kind of I think I close my eyes slightly and kind of feel the consciousness of feel for the mind of this person, and when
you
I
feel your consciousness like butt up against what to you, I don't know, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like that ability that you have has you bumping up against people's consciousness and getting a feel for it, and you come up against this sort of soft, sweet brain, these thoughts that are currently terrified.
Great. Okay. Cool. In this little bonus action moment, I'm just gonna sort of say to him telepathically, or them telepathically, it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna get you out. Calm down. We're here to help. And that's it. That's my turn.
Okay. Cool. Nyx.
Yes. The one, not the one that's running away, but the other one I've cast Bane on. Nyx is just going to stare it down as her eyes like go white, and I'd like a wisdom save, please.
Ooh, sorry, Malloy just created his own fetid cloud behind you. I did not know if it came up
baby.
on the
The
microphone.
original stinky baby.
It just was so loud. I was like, I wonder if the mic picked that up.
They didn't.
Sorry, wisdom save.
Yeah, minus that D4.
Owie,
Okay,
owie, ow.
The 9 minus 1, it's an 8, and if it's a wisdom, there's a -1 to that already.
Cool. It's not taken any damage yet, has it?
No, that one hasn't.
Actually, you guys have not
Oh.
caused it down, but it is not at full hit points.
Well,
That one.
in that case, as
You
I
love
go-
to. You love to see it.
That's
it.
11 points up to all the dead damage.
Oh, the dead.
Heck yeah.
11, did you say?
Yeah, 11.
Oh.
Yeah,
fuck.
that kind of bell rings out, and it just goes boom and falls face down into the water dead.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think that's my go because I'm retching.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's totally my fault. Can you roll? Last round you should have rolled to save at
Oh.
the end of your. Sorry, I should have said that, but roll now. In fact, why don't you roll twice? You get
Okay.
advantage on this roll because you didn't get it last time.
Oh, okay.
Hey, we're all fallible. It's fine.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not.
14?
14 saves.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
God.
14 saves. You just managed to like get your reflexes under control and you stop gagging. Beautiful. Okay, that one that. Okay, so he's gone. But Cam, you're gonna get a little. Not Cam, Surge. You're gonna get.
From the one that came around the back.
No, this is the Quipper that's just in the water.
Oh, he has fish.
Oh, you little bastard.
And it gets advantage because there's blood in the water. Oh, natural 20. You take 2 damage to your ankles.
Oh,
As it
fuck.
just knocks in at that same spot that it got through your leather before, and it just keeps working its way in.
Guys, I'm down.
Quipper took me down.
Okay. So that's that. It's Cam.
Kim is help. And he's just gonna like try and just like break this glass out.
What is it?
It's just not fair. Like, it's just
It's
not
another
fair.
natural 20, is it?
It's another one.
Guys, welcome.
Fucking natural 20.
Hey,
Well,
guess what, guys?
I watch it roll.
It's the same old fucking dice.
We're going to test those dice after this.
You
Very
can.
much again, we often ask ourselves, who did Nikki sell his soul to get these dice rolls? Because we're all waiting in line to do it. We don't.
Nah,
care what
we'll tell you what it is. It's Lady Luck. She owes me a fucking favour.
Plot twist, it's Stinky Baby.
It is. It's Stinky
Okay,
Baby.
so this is the second round of trying to get the carriage out. You can see it is, even though there's
I'm not trying
that
to.
thing.
I'm not trying to lift like the carriage out or anything. I'm just
No,
trying
I
to
know.
break the glass. Right. Sorry.
I know. But even though there's nothing on top of it, that carriage is still very slowly sinking into the thing, and you just on the second try push through, and that glass like breaks inwards, and the guy is like, "Oh no, oh god," and is like pulled back. There's like water spilling in to the carriage fairly quickly.
It's come.
Big like kind of, what is that, like muddy sandy stuff like thumps into the inside of the carriage as well, and he's like pushed back by the swell of it, and yeah, he's sort of like holding himself at the back of the carriage going, ah!
I reach in and like I appreciate that does nothing, but yeah, I'll spend the rest of my time like reaching in to try and like grab them.
Perfect. Okay. All right. It's the newly arrived new green.
New green.
Can I just get the positioning of everybody? So everybody is essentially south of the carriage, but it kind of goes. Cam is by the south side of the carriage. Serge is a little bit in the water, and Nyx is sort of on the shoreline of the water. Okay, cool. Good to know. So that the new green fella comes round the back that was sort of hiding around the back and is wading like through the water and gets to you, Serge, and is going to go for 2 attacks. 1 bite, 1 claw. Bite first. Oh, that's a good one. That's a dirty 20.
Yep, that's gonna hit.
That's 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And then it's going to claw you.
Cool.
That's 14.
Yep, it's gonna hit.
That's 6 points of damage.
Okay, so I know I joked about it last time, but I am actually down now.
It just like slashes across, and Serge reels back into the water, splashing into under the surface of the water. Luckily, right next to Nyx, who is. No,
You're right.
Serge, it's your go. You know what you need to do.
That face says it all, Lydia. Okay, I'm
Roll
gonna
a death
roll
save.
a death save. That was a 10. That was a 10.
Oh.
That was a 10. That was a 10. The
Okay.
fear. Oh.
Okay, Nyx, it's your go.
In her, I think she's very angry seeing Serge go down to this green stinky baby.
Stinky baby.
So I'm gonna run. She's gonna run over and pull that scalpel out that she has on her and just take a swipe at it, and it's like, get away from him. I thought, if I just roll on D&D Beyond, maybe it'll roll better, but
No.
no. So that's a 12 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
Lydia, I have a question for
shit,
you.
green
Are your
baby,
notes
please.
behind you, or is Malloy DMing and you're just communicating for him?
He's the real law master.
Yeah.
He doesn't even turn round. I just quickly ask him, and he goes, "Yeah."
That's 5 points of slashing damage as I just hack at this little green man with my scalpel. And then as a bonus action, we're going to do a little healing word to Serge. And I'm like, it's alright, we're going to get you out. You'll be fine. And you take 5 points of healing.
As a quick note, Nyx, you notice something as you bring him back. You're looking at that spot where the other one was killed, and there's nothing in the water. The only thing in the water is you like look down and said to Serge, like, everything's gonna be okay, up you get. He's the only thing in the water. Anyway, moving on.
Oh.
Is that your full go? Do you want to use any movement?
Can I use my... No. I was going to see if I could drag Serge away, but that thing will get attacks of opportunity, right?
Not if you're dragging, because you've got to be moving
Willingly,
of your
yeah.
own
Willingly,
free
then
will.
yeah, I'm going to drag Serge away, use as much movement as I can in like...
Yeah, I think you can get 15 feet. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So you dragon touch.
Give it to you.
We're gonna just that quipper's gonna just chip away until you don't have a foot.
Okay, you need to not go down, buddy. Oh, pal.
17. 17 Kalmar.
Oh, 17 hits Camma. Sorry, I thought you were saying Surge.
One hit point.
Oh,
Okay.
honestly, level 1 is not fun.
It's the
It's
most
scary.
honestly. It's so much more terrifying than high level stuff. It's
Yeah.
so much more terrifying. Okay, and it's Cam's go.
Yo, for everyone in chat who's saying, Nikki, why don't you just let Michelle use your dice? We've tried this.
It doesn't work.
We've been through this. It
It
does
doesn't.
not work.
It transfers. It's not the dice, it's the people.
Yeah.
We're not opposites. He has all the good rolls, I have all the bad rolls.
I can
how
be
you
your
feel
angle
about
or your devil. Can's just gonna try and like grab this person's hands. Like, yes, help. You come. Yes, come.
Roll a persuasion, I guess. It doesn't have to be high. You know, this guy wants to live. He literally wants to live. But he's
Then
scared.
why fucking make me roll, Lydia?
Because I'm a little bitch.
15.
Yes, enough. He grabs hold of your hand and then grabs hold of your forearm and then there's like a moment and then he goes, "Oh no, my guitar!" and leans back and pulls his guitar out of the water, and it's then this slightly more cumbersome thing of like he's trying to hold his guitar under his like arm, but he's got your hand with his hand, and you, let's have an athletics to kind of he will aid you as long as we got an natural 20, so he will aid you because he's not proficient in athletics, but a natural 20, so. You can roll with advantage to heave this gentleman out. 22. He comes stringing out. Water like showering behind him as he is pulled energetically from this little doorway and into like your arms. You are holding this grown ass man.
Like bucket carry. I don't know which. Not fireman's carry. Princess carry. Where it's like officer and a gentleman style.
Cradling. You're cradling him, yeah, exactly.
It's like, Kiam is safe, and then he's gonna. I'm gonna move to the shore.
Yeah, I mean, you can see this guy better now. You know, as I said, he has that lovely like olive skin and curly hair with this kind of skew with like headpiece and this like sheer buttonless shirt that's in like this pale mustard color and this just heap of necklaces like layered up that are sort of swinging wildly as Cam like bounds out of the water with him, and the sort of tear-stained eyeliner face, and he's like holding on to Cam round his neck, looking just completely terrified. Cool. What a go.
I have moved sufficiently far enough that if anything were invisible in the water, it would get an attack of opportunity.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. That's 21.
That hits.
1 point of damage.
Sick.
You can't be looking good now, right, buddy?
Oh my god, you can't go down.
I can do anything, baby.
Friends like Timothy by your side. Sorry.
Hey, you've got. It's Serge. It's Serge's go.
Okay, I think similar to what I just did there, I think Serge is going to look up at. There's still one pig dog like in front of us, yeah?
Yeah, it's a little kind of fleshy, turned up, like piggy nose.
Pig dog. Pig dog's stinky baby. I am just gonna.
Bipedal though, not. It's bipedal.
Okay. That changes everything.
Damn it! My 4-leg spell doesn't work.
Oh, I see. I think I'm just gonna like look up at it like in panic, kind of use half my movement to get up and just kind of like scream kind of hypersonically almost at him, and it's gonna be Mind Sliver. Can you roll an intelligence saving throw, please?
These guys are so clever.
Yeah?
Whatever it is, it's at a -3. So that's a 7.
Ooh.
It's a full 7.
7. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So it only takes 2 points to psychic damage, but it does have to subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes.
Interesting.
Before the end of my next turn.
Okay. Cool.
And
Alright.
I'm gonna get out of the water. I think I'm gonna get out of the water.
Yes.
I think you're already
yeah,
out.
Oh,
No. Oh yeah, you
Because I
dragged him.
pulled you
Yeah.
out. I pulled you out.
yeah, you dragged me out.
You're sort of
Thank you.
nearer the big rocks now.
Great.
Beautiful. Next.
Yeah, I think similar to last time, she's just going to try and pull Serge back after he just did that, whatever that was. And can he make a wisdom saving throw as we do another Toll the Dead?
And
Minus-
it removes this.
I don't think I got that one. I can't remember.
No, but Surge just did with mine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
of course, yeah. Sorry.
So it rolled a 2, and then -3, and wisdom is -1. So it just fully zoinks out.
It just dies, right? That's what that means.
I tell you what, because that's so deeply in the minuses, and let me tell you, I do the same for you guys.
Oh
So
no.
you're not safe. Roll me a d20. If you get an 18, 19, or 20, it simply gives up on life. It just dies.
Well, you know I'm not going to roll that
Same.
mid-year. It's me.
That's why I told you to.
It's a 13. It's a 13. So
Watch this never be offered to me.
I'll just roll the damage. Max damage, baby. 12.
Please, Mr. Damage was my father. Call me Max.
It are you rolling? Is this Toll the Dead?
Yes, it is Toll the Dead. Yeah.
As you ring, I'm guessing you kind of tell me to describe the spell for me.
You point at a creature within range. So yeah, I think she's doing like this with her hands, and her eyes go white. And to her, I think, and maybe to this thing, like it just goes dark, like the night, and then they just hear the bells in their head, and it's just
Incredible.
up.
For a second, it grips hold of its head, and then, and there is just motes of ash in the air, and it's gone. Can I ask you a quick question? The one of you did, Serge, you did the spell that made the one run away. Does it save from that?
It's only that turn that it runs away. It can use its next turn.
Well, you don't currently see it. It will have like regained itself, but you don't currently see it. Yeah, you are kind of sitting there on the beach with just that like ash floating out into the sunny afternoon sky.
What the hell was that?
Can we get away from this? What if there's more of them?
I'm gonna look over at the person that's currently being cradled to the camp's chest and say, "Are you okay? Is everything all right?"
Oh my god, it was so terrifying. I thought I was going to die. Those things. Oh my god, where are the people? And he like starts to like run out into the water again and sees the two like bodies that are in the sand and in the water and goes, "Oh no. Oh, what a shame. I knew that it was probably that they had probably gone down, but somewhere around here, guys, I kind of there's like a weapon. I threw it out of the window when they turned up, and I cannot. I should just. Would you mind if I just quickly have a little like look for? My name is Marcos, by the way. Hello.
Yeah, of course.
Is Cam? Is your friends?
No, they're not really my friends. But they were very good. They were like part of my transport, and we traveled quite a lot. They were always very discreet and sweet people. Good, hardworking people. What a shame! It's such a shame.
I'm sorry.
Thank you so much, though. I would be dead by now if it wasn't for you. Thank you so much. You look like you took some. They were scratchy. To you too?
it wasn't pleasant, but we're okay now. We're okay. We're all okay. I'm Serge, by the way. Pleasure to meet you.
Serge, I am Marcos. Thank you so much again for coming to my rescue. So wonderful.
It's okay. I'm just sorry that you've lost all of your belongings. Must be awful.
Well, I guess I should. I've got my life, so that's something. I would. Gosh, he starts to kind of pull at one of the bodies that's like floating in the water, and goes, "Ouch! Fuck! There's something in here. Oh my goodness!"
Come back out. I think it's fish.
Oh, gosh, they are nibbly, aren't they? And he's like pulled the body of the woman out of the water. Gosh, that was very scary. Were you just happening by and you saw it happen?
Yeah. Your lucky day, I guess.
Very lucky for me. Thank you so much.
Yeah. What were you doing out here? It can't be. It's not ideal. We haven't seen anybody else on the road, so.
Oh really?
No.
Well, I guess this is the road a little bit less taken. It's I kind of, my music is just a touch too loud for me. I came from Wetu, I was going traveling back from Wetu. I was taking. Often I go a little bit more inland because there's towns and stuff, but this time I just was really enjoying looking at the sea on the way, so I went this way. I stayed in a little anyway, I was coming from Wetu and going to Araway back home, and got those things. They just came out of nowhere, and they were all over the carriage, and they were trying to push it in. Oh my god, it would have been a terrible way to go if I'd gone down in that carriage.
I think my eyes just go a little bit wider, and I look at Nyx for a second, and kind of feel for her mind, and telepathically say, "This guy's coming from where to? Could this be the person that Binti was talking about?"
Yeah. Nyx is standing away and kind of not really. She's watching everything intently, but hasn't really said anything. She's definitely being a bit mistrustful. Yes, it's probably that guy Binti was talking about. However, he just came from Wetu, so we should be careful.
Gosh, it got really quiet for a second. You guys don't talk very much, do you?
Oh, sorry. We've shy. We're just shy.
Oh, I'm very shy too.
Yeah.
Can you said there were two bodies, right?
Yeah.
Can
there's
Cam
two fawn. Fawn are mounts. There are two fawn that have been killed as well, and there's two.
Can Cam have waded out to collect the bodies?
No.
How far out are they?
Well, one of them, I think, from the thing, one of them was on.
One of them was pretty.
One of them was in the water, and he pulled the woman out of the water.
Cam just wants to the disconnect between asking if they were his friends or, and then his answer was just a bit jarring. So Cam's like, okay, I don't think Cam really understood the answer, so I think he's just gonna go to get them.
Yeah. You kind of put them next to each other. He goes, "Oh, I wonder if they have something that I should take back. I don't really know their family or anything, but maybe they've got something." And he sort of very gently and respectfully lifts the inner jacket pocket, starts looking through. I don't know if they had kids or anything. And whether I should tell anybody.
Well,
Did you get all of them, by the way? Sorry, did you get all of those? There were like 4 of those people. Did you get them? Are they all dead?
I'm immediately on the lookout for any more of them because there was one that ran away, right?
Yeah. You have a look around. Why don't you roll perception with disadvantage because you're looking?
Yeah.
we only fought 3, didn't we?
That's a 14.
You don't see anything. You don't see anything. You don't see anything. And you know, Marcus has gone through their pockets and has like a little collection of things. And he sort of spreads them out on the sand, and looks at them and goes, all right, well, we've got there's like this picture. It's a bit of a shit picture, but that might be his children. And there's like a sketch of like two people, like 2 human people next to each other, like doing that, like that awkward smile. That awkward smile, and then there's like they're holding a baby, and it's not particularly good. I think he's taken their wedding rings off, which he kind of puts with them, in a kind of like, if we find them, then we can kind of hand it all over, and he's got a scrap of paper as well as the tiny little mini drawing, and there's some coin, and he kind of looks at you and goes, right, well, I think you kind of should take this. It's not like I'm going to it's not very much. And he sort of chucks the like hands over the coin to you.
You sure?
Oh yes, I mean, I don't really like to carry around change that much. So I wouldn't be able to pay you to say thank you, but here you go. You've got and you've got 7 silver pieces and 6 copper pieces.
Change.
And in
Fucking Tories.
He's a little rich boy.
If I was a rich boy.
There's a couple of little like scraps of paper, and he's looking at them and like folding them up and going, well, I take the picture and I'll give them to I'll try and see if I can't. I think my mom will be able to find the children, and we'll be able to tell them, let them know, like official means or something. My mother is actually pro-council of Araway Haven, so she would be able to do it through official means.
Oh wow! So, Christ, so you're pretty important.
Well, I'm actually quite. I don't actually have a job, but I'm. I'm. Yes, kind of.
It's okay. Kiam no job.
It's kind of, I'm not very good at keeping down a job, but I do play guitar very well, but I promised my mother I wouldn't do any of that kind of stuff while she's pro-council, because she says it undermines what she's doing if I'm like singing and stuff in pubs, but I've been
playing music.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. Why would that undermine politics? It makes no sense. It just makes it more fun.
Yeah, I do like to kind of sing about titties quite a lot, but I like the spicy stuff, Not always, sometimes I tell like a story about adventurers, and sometimes I like to sing about all kinds of things, but I'm shy, so I don't always.
Yeah, so shy. Right, did you say you're going to Araway Haven?
Yes.
Cam's just going to immediately like unroll the picture.
Well,
Oh yes.
it seems like we're lucky. It looks like we're going the same way. Would you like to come with us?
Yes, I would like that very much. So much. Oh, it's very nice. We can, because it's very hot today and I'm going to be walking now. I haven't got anything over my head. I'm going to, my freckles will come out.
You talk a lot.
I don't know. I'm so shy. I don't talk at all. Please, don't. Picks up his guitar and looks at you and goes, so shall we start walking?
Yeah. Do you know what those things were? Those things that attacked
No,
you?
very ugly though, aren't they? I mean, I don't like to judge. People can look whatever they want. They can choose whatever they want to look like, but they are so ugly.
And also, I mean, they smelled as well. I mean,
Yes,
that
I
doesn't
know, another
shite.
thing. I think just a little spritz of perfume would help, but I was really choking in there. It was horrible.
Right.
While this was happening, can Nick have just been sort of investigating where she knows those bodies turn to ash or whatever? There's no body to investigate, but she's just there's no bodies anymore. I don't understand.
Yeah, okay. Why don't you roll an arcana?
Oh,
why
yeah.
not? I don't know an arcana.
15.
No, you don't know.
Sick. Can Cam have looked for two? Lily, I would like 2 wildflowers or flowers, please.
Roll perception.
Fucking hell. Alright, okay. That was a Natalie Bedingfield 18. So it's 21 total.
It is, you get, there's a root, sort of a kind of creeper plant that you get a flower from, and you get another dandelion.
He's just gonna lay the bodies restfully and just put a flower with each one.
Yeah.
Just as is nice. Is Marco?
Marcos.
Is Marcos? Sorry. Is
Marcos Dikoros.
Marcos Tikaros. God, that's
No, with a D, with
Dick.
Dikeros.
Dikeros.
Dikeros. Marcos Dikeros, like this.
Tikeros?
Marcos
Tikeros. Is you is he hanging the baskets?
Oh yes, like in the painting that you just showed me. Yeah, that's around the corner from where I live in the Pale Mansion. Yeah, that is.
Is house?
No, I'm kind of like, and he sort of shows you, the canal which has the hanging baskets on it. He goes, I'm kind of here, and then you go right for a little bit, and then you get to the Pale Manor where I live with my mother. But there is, I tell you what, there's quite a lot of hanging baskets at the Pale Manor, and then there's a whole bit with a beautiful tree. There's some really lovely, very pretty.
Is Marcos show Cam?
Oh yes, of course. And he hands you a bit of paper, one of the bits of paper that he took from the bodies, and goes, I think this will probably help us once we get to Arroway. We're going to have to walk to Arroway, but I think this will help us when we get there.
What does the piece of paper say?
It is essentially a receipt for, they prepaid for a gondola. It's essentially it's been made and it's waiting for them at the entrance.
They bought a gondola. They've not rented or hired a gondola. They bought a gondola.
They bought it. Yeah. These are people of transportation, and they were branching out.
Right. I'm with you. Sorry. Is maybe we eat and then is too hot to walk? Yes.
Goodness. I'm not hungry when the bodies of my friends are just there, but maybe we walk for a little while, and then when we can't smell my rotting friends, we'll have a little sit and eat.
It does smell quite a lot still here. Maybe we could get away from the fetid smell.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. And he kind of picks up his guitar and like brushes it off and slings it over his back. Okay. Right.
So-
Well, it's very nice to meet you. Your name was Sergeant. Your name was Cam, and then I didn't quite actually get your name. With these.
I'm Nix. Hi.
Very lovely to meet you. I like this. It's very nice. It's very good.
Thank you. Shall we go?
Okay. Yes.
What kind of music do you play, Marcus?
Well, I do. I play a little bit of this, but I tell you what I like the most. My favorite instrument is the cello. I like the cello a lot.
Wow.
And I do a lot of singing, but actually what I've been making, I've been putting a little bit of savings and stuff and not telling my mother so I can have a little bit of a pot. And I've been writing songs and giving them to the other like bards and stuff in the city. They buy the songs from me, and then I'm going to maybe go to Grand Pailly, and then I think that might be far enough away where I could kind of try my hand at acting or something fun like that. Yeah, that might be quite good.
That's going to be so hard being so shy.
I know, it is my curse and my burden. I'm so shy. I don't know what I would do.
You're so brave, I tell you what.
You've got to be brave every day, like you just were kind of back there, but in a different sort of way, in like a masterly kind of way. I'm sort of brave in a different kind of way.
Kind of puff my chest up a little bit when he says muscle.
Yes.
I'm like, yeah, all right, yeah. All right.
He kind of straightens his little like hair, like leafy hair piece with his like curly hair like fopping all over it. Yes, we've all got to be brave in our own way, haven't we?
I think so.
Yes.
Sorry, can I just do a real quick insight check? Michelle loves this guy, but I know Nix is like...
I really wanted someone to do it because I wasn't.
Yeah.
It's not going to be me, is it?
Yeah.
So get ready for Michelle to be the person who doesn't trust anyone.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He is really shy, though. He's really shy.
That's what's throwing Nix off. He's saying he's shy, and she's like, "You don't seem shy."
The shyest people always tell you they're shy.
Yeah.
They do.
That's definitely someone he'd like to yell about. 12. I didn't roll great.
Yeah, you've never really. I don't think you can't really recall ever meeting somebody like this. So it's really, you find yourself smiling whenever he like talks, which he is constantly prattling at, sort of generally, and he has that sort of warm, bouncy, bubbly kind of fun energy, but you don't know how to read him because I guess you're kind of used to a different somebody that's full of layers and secrets and deception, and there's not that much about him, and so you're immediately like, what's your fucking deal?
What's your deal?
I think telepathically I'm just gonna sort of link up to Nix and just say, what's a cello?
What is a cello? Do I know what a cello is?
Roll history? I don't know.
Do I know what a cello is? 12.
Yeah, I think you're kind of like, it's when you get a violin and it's so big, you've got to like ride it.
Yeah. Yes, it's, like a big violin. Like the size of me. A me-sized violin.
Who could play one of those? It's got to be magic.
Yeah.
It's getting into like late afternoon now, and he's like, oh, I kind of totally forgot we were going to sit and have a little like an eat or something, but maybe we wait until because I don't think we're going to get to Arroway before like the sun goes down, so maybe we just have like a little spot. I'm not going to lie to you, I'm a bit worried because I didn't bring like all my bags and stuff were in the carriage, And I don't want to push on your generosity because you already saved my life today. But I wonder if you got like a little morsel just for me, just like a little.
Cam's gonna open the carpet bag and just look at the 5 aubergines.
Would you like old man?
Yes, Cam has little food.
I will, of course, like as soon as we get out of it, we'll go to my mother and we will. She will give you, I'm sure, some recompense, like some money and some food and something. I don't know. She's very good. She's very fair. My mother, her name's Sylvia, and she will always like do the right thing. And she'll be when she hears what happened, I'm sure she's gonna do like a big grand like you get gifts for you. So excuse me. So I'm sure that you will be repaid whatever kind of little morsel you give me for dinner.
Well, of course. I mean, I've got some bacon in my pocket.
Pocket bacon.
Might be a bit wet. No, I fell down in the water. But I also have some bread, which kind of definitely a little bit damp now. But you can have any of that if you want.
Okay. Fun.
Nyx is just going to pull out, because I feel like Nyx was prepared and had like only ate a little bit of breakfast and then like prepped the rest as like little sandwiches and stuff, and she would have kept them in her bag, so she just like pulls ones out and is like,
Well, look at this. Okay, do you think that we stop now? Or shall we keep going until it gets dark? Or what shall we do?
Cam, how are you feeling? I notice you're bleeding quite a bit. And
Yeah.
Serge, you...
Just leaving like one bloody footprint of every like step.
I think we should take a look at it.
Cam is... Do not worry.
Right, Cam. Okay, Cam. You're talking to your friends now. Okay, it's okay
Yes,
if you're not.
Cam is okay.
Right. Would you rather we just keep going for a bit and get closer to our way, or do you want to take a rest?
Yes, maybe sit down.
Let's sit down. Yes, that's what I call it. Let's sit. We're gonna take a rest. And Cam, sit down, and I'm gonna take a look at his foot and make sure like it's okay. And I don't have any healing spells left, but like
It's like ankles and like arms and stuff. Like you got like bit all up and scratched on his forearm and like bit on his like leg and stuff.
Is that full on? Is the vine the fucking? You gonna take a nap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nap now. Yeah, Marcus kind of skips up to you, Serge, and goes, "Shall we like look for driftwood to burn or something like that? You know, make a little fire."
Yeah, totally. I think that's such a good idea. Are you two okay if we go? Can me and Marcus go and find driftwood? Do you think?
just don't go too far.
Okay. I can. Yeah.
Yeah, just.
And I sort of I kind of go like telepathically as I'm walking away. I'll go. I'll let you know if we find anything exciting.
Okay, just stay safe.
Cam pulls off his boot and just pours like seawater, like water and sand out of it, and it's just like, shh.
Get it all out. Get it all out.
You, Serge, you go like up over the dunes to go and look for driftwood, and you realize pretty quickly Marcus is all enthusiasm and no skill whatsoever. He's sort of picking up bits of like, you know, tufts of grass and going, maybe this will kind of help start it. Like,
I mean, that absolutely makes two of us, so it's perfect, really, isn't it?
But roll survival.
Yeah. That was an 11, so 11.
It takes some time. It takes a fair amount of time. And while you're like looking and Marcus is like yanking a root up out of the ground, trying to pull that out to use as firewood. He's like, when I was like in the carriage, I kind of heard like a voice this mysterious accented voice in my head saying everything was going to be okay. Then when you started talking, it was like in your voice. So I'm assuming that you like know how to do magic and things like that.
Oh, well, like, yeah, like, yeah, a little. Yeah.
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 To you.
Yeah. No,
Yeah?
no, I
Oh.
was never like gifted like that. I always kind of hoped, because I know that sometimes musicians can get a little bit like that, but it didn't really kind of happen for me. But I'm not, it's kind of fine. I mean, my mother, like, she runs the whole city. She doesn't have any magic either. She's just really clever.
Right.
I'm not really very clever either, but I've got other skills that I'm quite good. I play a little song. I mean, I won't because I'm shy, but I have the ability to play songs maybe later after we've eaten.
But you were saying that you sell your music. That's pretty magic to me, if you say so.
I was so amazed when people came. They listened, and then they were like, "I'll pay some money for that if I can just have it and play it wherever." And then they kept coming back, and I was like, "Maybe I'm quite good. I don't know." Like, no,
How much does a song cost?
well, it kind of depends, because it's mostly about what it's about.
Right.
And you've got to be quite careful sometimes, because people, once they listen, if they've got the good memory, they just take it away with them. But it's sometimes, like in theatres, they will buy a song like for a thing, and then you've got to, like, I don't know, you could get like 5 gold.
5 gold.
Yes, it's not very much, but after a while, if you can kind of write one a day, then you can make some little bit of savings.
All right. And just out of interest, how do you start writing a song?
You just kind of go, I'm walking and I'm pulling at the root, and then you just sort of remember that for next time.
Okay. Walking on some sand.
Yeah, you're very good. And maybe have you ever thought about doing it and becoming like an actor or something?
Stop. Fucking stop.
No, I think you'd be very good. You've got like a presence about you. You're very kind of like, you hold the space around you. Very kind of. Yeah.
Well, Nick said that we need to keep a low profile, so I don't think I'm going to be an actor anytime soon.
Why do you need to keep a low profile?
Huh?
Why do you need to keep a low profile? How comes? What happened? What's so laughed about?
Sand. I'm walking on sand. Sand.
Yes.
Sandy.
It's a bit different. Remember how you have to like remember it from last time, and then you remember how it went?
Yeah.
I think that sounded a bit different from the last time.
Yeah. I need to. I need to change. I need to remember it. It's fucking stupid.
It's okay. No, you're not stupid. No, not at all. Anyway, I've got 3 roots and some grass, so I think we could build the fire with that, I reckon.
Yeah, maybe. If you want to go back, I'll just try and find some more bits and pieces. All right.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Sand. Yeah, I'm just going to carry on sort of like looking into looking at more sort of looking for more sort of roots and stuff. Actual wood, if possible.
I think Marcus made you worse at survival somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is coming up to dusk. Nix, you couldn't be happier that the sun is finally beginning to abate a little bit. The sky is starting to like pinken up a bit. And finally the air begins to cool a bit. It's still fairly like airless, like there's no breeze, there's not much breeze, but that slow feeling of the heat not being so oppressive. As you sit around a kind of meager fire that takes quite a while to get going, I'm guessing that because you haven't got any healing left, it's basically like a short rest that you've done for your thing.
I'm hoping Cam. That's what I'd like to do.
I thought we were taking a long rest.
No, we're doing a short rest.
Okay.
So I was gonna just essentially help Cam take a short rest by like looking at his wounds and making sure they're clean and bandaged up or whatever. So you can roll some hit die. A hit die.
Anne Hit Die.
And hit die.
Hi, I'm Anne Hit Die. Nice to meet you.
Are you okay, Cam?
Is
You have to take care of
he's gonna like put his hand inside the boot that he took off, and there's like a little like fish tooth hole, and he's just gonna like just poke it until his whole finger goes through it. It's like his whole
Maybe.
boot.
Give it here. Here. And I'll sit with it for a minute, casting mending.
Oh, lovely, yeah.
His boot.
Yeah. That works good and proper. You just see the fibers kind of fit back together. And your boot is waterproof again. Cool. Right. Well, after like an hour or so round the fire, the sun is beginning to kind of go down, and I'd say if you've cooked some food to eat. Oh no, you had sandwiches and stuff, didn't you?
I cooked an aubergine because Cam had a very meagre breakfast of just bread. Because out of habit, he doesn't eat any of the proteins on the table, and he's cooked himself one of his old man aubergines.
Not Herbert.
Marcus is kind of like tending to his guitar, making sure that the sand is like out of it, and sort of slightly trying to tune it back in a little bit. And he goes, "So are we like staying there because it's got dark, isn't it?"
Oh, I thought we were gonna just walk through the night.
Oh my god, really? Walk through the night?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
It's like beasties and things. You know, it's dangerous.
Is beastie?
There's things in the night? No.
I mean, I'd argue that it was dangerous in the light for you anyway, so...
Well, okay. Well,
Light or dark. It's not much of a difference, really.
okay,
Miakos is tired?
Well, yeah, I'm kind of knackered because, you know, it was kind of a big day. Bit different from the normal day. Nearly died, and then all of that kind of stuff. And my friends died, and they're not my friends, but they were people that I knew quite well. So I
Yes.
think, I don't know, I'm not going to hold you back. I mean, we can go, but I think, you know, it's kind of, it feels funny to be taking off when the sun is setting.
Is just a little. Nix, she likes the moon.
Oh, well, why don't we go for like a little bit more and then we'll set up again? And so, because actually we might get a bit more ground now that it's a bit cooler.
Exactly. It's horrible walking in that heat, and oh my god.
I agree. It's very oppressive, isn't it? It's quite a lot.
Yeah, I don't like that big hot thing.
No, you wouldn't, would you? No, that's tough. That's not
That's
good.
not
yeah.
very nice about Cam. What?
Is
I don't get it.
Oh. Sorry.
Are you hot? Have you got a fever? Are you okay, Cam? Cam?
is okay. Cam is Serge,
Serge.
you can do the glow. Is
Oh.
is
Oh.
dark.
Yeah. Yeah,
Cam's
yeah,
gonna
of
pick
course.
Serge up and put Serge on Cam, like on his shoulders.
Yeah. And I sort of close my eyes for a second, and the ends of my kind of hair start to float as if in the tide again, and they start to glow at the tips. Just the tip.
Mm. Oh my word, that is so beautiful. Wow.
Oh, but this old thing.
Right, well let's get going then. And yeah, you head off. Guessing you can kind of get like another like 4 hours walk. You know, you might want to rest up before midnight. Otherwise, you're starting to look at like feeling tired the next day, feeling exhausted or whatever. Am I right?
Yeah.
I don't want to dictate. You
Yeah.
say.
No, I was about to say. I think as close as we can get to Arroway tonight is the best, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. As we're walking, I would just like to, as the moon comes out, I'm just gonna say a little prayer to myself, to the moon, and cast vigilant blessing on myself. Just because he said there's beasties, and it's been a day, and she's on edge. So
You just read out what it is. Just remind me what it is.
you give one creature you touch, including possibly yourself, advantage on the next initiative roll the creature makes.
Hey.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
You set up evening camp in the dunes. Marcus sort of says that he thinks that once you wake in the morning, you should be able to get to the city by the afternoon. So it's another half day's walk. He sort of talks a little bit about how this whole thing could have been done easily in a day if you're in a carriage with Farn. And yeah, I think you might have seen on the thing, but like there was sort of weird rotted pigs, which was the closest thing I could find to Farn, which essentially looked like large hippos, but with like elephant ears. They're a bit like, if anyone's ever seen the film Okja, they're a little bit like Okja.
I love them so much.
They're so good, and they are the most common mount in all of Iridia. They're slow, they're docile, but they're extremely loyal and very easy to ride. But they're not maybe as fast as some of the other animals. But
Do we
they're
have
very.
a sketch we can pop in the Discord after? Is that...
Yes,
I can
there'll
do.
be some. Michelle did some great art of them a little while back. So
Gorgeous.
cool. And you bed down. Now tell me how you're going about your like nightly thingamabob out in the dunes.
So I think first, but before anything, I might just once Marcus has fallen asleep, I might just kind of telepathically still, but just sort of say, so Nix, basically, I'm really sorry. I think I said something I shouldn't have, and I'm sorry that I said it because I know that you said I shouldn't have. But I kind of said that we had to keep a low profile. Now, I quite like this guy, so please can we not kill him?
Nix is like pulling out the scalpel and then just. Did he ask any more questions? What did you say?
Well, he kind of asked why we had to keep a low profile, and I sang a song, and he stopped asking questions. So I think we're okay.
Maybe he'll just forget.
Yeah.
He seems like the kind of guy who might just forget stuff. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully.
I'm sorry I said it, but it's just it's he's the first person that is kind of close to our age that we've met, and obviously you two are the best, and I wouldn't want to have anyone else as buddies, but I kind of want to make a good impression,
I understand. I think it's good that you see the good in him. Just be careful. Just because
Okay.
they seem nice doesn't mean they are.
Okay.
But you and Cam need to sleep. I'll stay up and I'll keep watch.
Okay. Hey, Nix. I'm glad we know each other.
I'm glad too.
Okay. Sleep well. Enjoy the moon. Night.
I will. Sweet dreams. Sleep well. We're gonna make it.
So, you had a nice evening. I'll just sort of like say that before, that there was, another fire painstakingly built, and probably a little bit of light music after a lot of like, don't make me sing, and then
I didn't
songs from him. And he kept them fairly PG. I'll say one was a story about a beautiful war hero, and the other one was like a love story to the moon, and then you had this conversation and went to bed. Can I ask, Nix,
Yes.
are you going, when you go to bed, will everybody be asleep? You're going to wake some...
think...
We're not adventurers.
Yeah, I think if she's been like keeping watch for 4 hours and nothing's happened, I want to, as someone who plays D&D, be like, someone needs to take watch, but also we're not adventurers, like, I don't know if she would think of it.
I mean, I'll say this, if you want an out, which is very fair, the last time you slept out in the dunes, you were woken up by a badger trying to kill you.
That's true. That is true. Or my other thought is, do I take a point of exhaustion and just stay up? She loves the moon, you guys. Like, she missed the sky. No, I think I will wake Cam up. Cam,
Is okay?
No, everything's fine. I really need to trance, and I was just wondering.
Is
if
Nick sleep?
Yeah,
It's okay.
I just for a couple of hours. Do you mind just keeping an eye? I don't
He's
trust
okay.
that guy.
Cam watch. Nick sleep.
Thank you, Cam. I appreciate it.
Cam is gonna.
Oh, wait, here. Can I have a spell up while I'm sleeping? If it's a concentration. Actually, no, I'm not.
If it requires concentration,
Yeah.
no, because you've got to be conscious, right?
Then I'm
Yeah.
not going to do that. I'm just going to... Look, I can't... It won't stay for the whole time, but hopefully this helps. And I'm just going to bring, like, Cam's forehead to mine. And then, Cam, as you pull away, you can just see everything. Like, it doesn't matter that it's dark. Not everything.
You just cast true sight on him. What level are you?
You can see colours.
You can see everything. No, you get...
Old joke. I love that callback.
300 feet of dark vision.
300 feet of leg. Sick. How long does that last until you fall asleep?
No, it lasts for an hour.
Oh. So Cam's going to sit
Okay.
there, and then when the hour's up, he's going to just sit perfectly still the whole time.
Okay. All right. The first thing, why don't you roll perception? I should have done that for Nyx, but I DM.
It's cocked. Let's see, 13.
As you're sitting there looking,
You see death, Nikki.
Am I disadvantaged? Is this when I don't have dark vision? Sorry.
No, you have. I'll say you have dark vision at this point. You see a little movement in the dunes, like approaching this kind of strange movement as something comes like skittering around, and you hear this kind of this like strange little chattering. I should have maybe done a quick YouTube on the sounds that they make. And through the
See, the problem is this could either be an exotic D&D animal or a dog, because since playing with Lydia, I found out that Lydia knows nothing about dogs. She knows nothing about dogs. I had a dog in a game, and she just kept telling me it was doing like catch things, and I was like, dogs don't do that, Lydia.
Oogly boogly.
Woofers.
The first you kind of hear that little like chattering noise, and then through the dunes you see these large like ears. I mean, I say large. The creature itself is probably 1.5 feet long, and these sandy ears and this like slender little snout and these big eyes, and a little sand fox that is kind of staying low to the ground is like kind of like comes through the sand and up and just goes really low and like looks at you with its like big eyes.
Hello, is Cam his friend? And just...
As it's sort of making little chattering noises, it sort of tries to go on its back to show you its tummy, and quite kind of worried the whole time.
I'm gonna give it tummy rubs.
It like wriggles around into the sand, making up like little dust clouds, and then kind of skitters back a little bit. And
I'm just gonna pull out some food.
As soon as it sees the food, it like it like runs back and like turns and looks at you, and like turns in a couple of little circles and runs a little bit further away, and then like looks back.
Can I use my speech of beast and leaf to try and talk to it in its? He's like, is game?
As soon as you talk to it, it pushes its feet out like front ways, real low into the sand. Quite surprised that it can understand you. It's quite kind of shocked. And it starts to kind of slide a little bit further towards you.
Is game? And I'm just gonna like move the like food, like sort of like just do this a bit.
It kind of circles a couple of times and then runs away again and like looks back over its shoulder. It's gone a little bit Marcus, but it does like runs into the dunes and like looks back and goes around in a few circles.
And then I just like hold my hand out still, holding out the food.
Roll. You can either roll insight or animal handling. I don't mind.
Fucking, let's go.
Only good rolls.
Only good rolls.
Was it a 20?
Yeah, it fucking was.
You get a strong sense that it's there's like Timmy's down the well somewhere. It's trying to pull you somewhere.
Oh, fuck.
It's not actually playing. It's like it's trying to encourage you to come with it.
I'm gonna follow it then.
Yeah. It like jumps up into the air and then kind of skitters away and goes around in circles and like looks at you. And
this is where Cam gets lost. I'm gonna follow it. Yeah.
About like 100 meters away, nestled into like a jutting kind of rock area of the beach, is like a little kind of pushed in like 2-foot tall cave, and curled up sleeping are 3 little baby foxes. Just like you just see their little chests going up and down, and the bigger sand fox like stretches out in front of them, like in between you and them, but like
I'm gonna.
Its fucking huge ears are and like
yeah,
looking at
it's like a fennec fox,
rail.
yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna like I'm just gonna give it some like food for it and the babies, and just kind of like sit with it for a minute, like just.
It like the most gentle little snout picks up an egg and like brings it back and puts it, and the cubs like wake up and start like noisily egg, like bits of like hard-boiled egg just go spraying into the sand. And the four of them chow down on whatever it is that you hand it, and and then there's a little bit of a small fox pylon as you sit there. They trust you now. You gave them food, and you get some time with these little sand foxes.
I'm gonna just kind of like let them. Like I'm like Cam's like sat on the sand like cross-legged, and just let them all kind of like nuzzle in the gap, like in between his legs.
Yeah. I think there's like, as soon as they start to kind of lose energy after that little meal, they kind of pad back into their little cave area, and they all four of them curl up together and just sleep, and you're outside their little cave sitting with them, and they're inside sitting.
I'm just gonna,
super cute.
before I go back, Cam is gonna whisper, "It's okay. Cam, keep secret." And then head back.
Like ears do a bit of this, but they keep their eyes shut.
I'm gonna sneak back to the camp.
This is super cute. All of our throats are slashed. But
Yeah,
this is
for sure.
You come back. It's a bloodbath. No, it's fine. But I will say this, Nyx.
Oh, no.
As you trance, something happens to you that has never happened before, which is that you actually dream.
Oh, shit.
You step into a room. The walls are solid rock, smooth and ribboned with dark blue ore of some kind. And this room is littered with gleaming motes of light, like almost like piles of them, like in the corners of the room and sort of around. And for a second, you have sort of instinctive feeling that they might be like the reflections of the stars off the water, which you've been seeing the last couple of nights. You know, you've been watching the moon off the water, and so you look up, but you know the ceiling is solid and smooth grey stone, and you realize that these are actually tiny, like pebbles of light. And in the room stands a woman, pale, beautiful, almost luminescent skin, with grey freckles on her face and on her body. And she wears like leather leggings and this like little cropped halter top, like, you know, casual yoga wear from fantasy.
Amazing.
Yes, all that leather yoga wear that's so popular.
He's wearing leather. Yeah.
If you're goth enough, you are.
Yeah.
Her white hair like bounces playfully in this like curly bob. She has large eyes that are jet black, and she straightens up from like attending to like a little pile, and she looks at you, and this huge smile spreads across her face. She goes, "Hiya, love." And in this like split second from being on the other side of the stone room, she is next to you. You don't even see her move, it's imperceptible, but she is right next to you and kissing your forehead. And she just, there is this like old, ancient, gentle muscle memory that makes you lift your face up to have that like little place kissed by this taller woman. And as she does that, you get this like waft of scent that is this distant memory to you, and it smells like stone after a long day of raining. And she goes, "This place is a shambles. Babe, you want to keep it tidy. You know, look, it is not good at all. You gotta tidy up. And, you know, it's not good at all. You can't keep a place like this." And she starts like going to like a pile and like trying to like rummage through them a little bit.
I'm sorry. Where are we? Who are you?
There. And she kind of like going through this pile. She picks up a little like light pebble and goes, "You see, you can't just leave these lying around. You want to tidy it away, you know." She flicks it to you, and kind of goes, "Yeah, tidy it away."
I put it to my forehead.
And in that moment, you get this flood of a memory. You are standing on the top, the very peak of a mountain, and it is the clearest of nights. Your hair is loose, and the night wind that pulls up from the bottom of the mountain whips round you, and you are looking out over the most incredible vista of mountain peaks and treetops that have this like moonlight across them, and your eyes are like brimming with tears, not from sadness, but these are tears of joy. Like your heart is so full in this moment, and the night is so clear and so crisp, and you have nothing but contentment buzzing through you. And then the memory ends. And there is this tall, pale woman again, and she picks one up and she goes, "Oh, look at this. This one isn't even yours. What are you like?"
What?
And she flicks it to you, and without even being able to, like, you grab it in your hand, and this one is not like the others. This one's blue.
Oh. It's not mine. So what do I do with it?
Well, I don't... What?
I mean, I'll put it in. I'll be like, check someone else's.
You get a memory that actually this time rings a bell. Like, you know this one. You've told your friends this one as well. This is the memory of the time when your broken, half-dead body was carried to a city and was taken to a sanatorium and healed. And that sanatorium was kind of like adjacent to like an orphanage area. And in this moment, you're actually in like a cot bed, and you're covered in bandages, and you lift your arms up and look at the bandages, and you realize your skin is blue. It's not the color that it usually is. It's blue. And you kind of think, you know what? This memory doesn't actually make loads of sense. Like I remember this one, but it doesn't make loads of sense. Now that I'm really in it, you feel like you have like this connection to this memory that you've told people about before. Only you're kind of like, it's funny, now that I'm looking at it this way, it doesn't look that great. And essentially, you're lying in this cot bed, you're vividly blue, almost turquoisey kind of skin underneath the thing, and you ache, your whole body hurts. And now that you think about it, where the cot is set up in this room, the sun is streaming in through the room, and you like it. It doesn't hurt your eyes. You don't find it overwhelming. And this halfling woman comes in and sits on the bed and like pats your leg and says, "It's your lucky day, lad. We found you a father." And then you back out of the memory, and you are back in the stone room. And the woman is there kind of like pushing these moats to the edges of the room. And she goes, "Oh, you're off, are you? I'm not your maid, pet. come back and we've got to tidy this up together. I
Okay.
mean, at least make piles. Like, you got to decide, like, what are you going to tidy away and what are you going to throw out, yeah? Make piles. You've got to get organised about it.
Okay. Wait, are you the one who helped me?
You do what?
You helped me get out.
I don't know anything about that, love. And with that, you wake.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So, it's a lovely morning.
Oh, it's fucking
I
bright.
think for the rest of like Cam's watch, he would have been playing with his the stone he found, just like running his like fingers over the various like textures and like craters and ridges and stuff.
Okay, so I imagine there's maybe a light breakfast. Tom's so mad at me right now. A little like light brekkie, and then you're off to do the last leg of the journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. I think Nyx is very quiet. Just going over everything that just happened. Sort of happened.
Yeah.
Cam has a wry smile across his face.
Oh God. You know what? I had the strangest dream. I dreamt that I smelled like nearly as bad as those horrible things, and I was flying, but it was actually in the sea. It was horrible.
Have you just created like turbo power farts for submarines? All right, you can take a level in artificer. I'll make this one exception.
Fuck!
Sorry, I just got what you said. Yeah. Ay.
Okay, you're walking. Today there are a few few clouds in the sky. They're fairly fast moving.
When we first set off, I think Cam's going to do that thing. You know when a kid's done something he shouldn't have, and he just keeps looking at it. Like as they begin to walk away, he's just going to go.
Cam, are you alright?
Cam is good.
Okay.
Are you okay, Nyx?
Yeah. Can I ask a weird question? Well, it's not
Yeah.
really weird. So when you said you dreamt that you were stinky.
Yeah, it's
Something.
horrible.
Okay.
Such a stinky babe.
I'm not.
Is it normal for you to have like weird things happening when you're like sleeping or?
Oh yeah, I have it all the time. I had a dream where I was a crab, and this big elf with a bow and arrow kept on telling me what to do. Once.
Oh, you dick.
It was horrible. It was weird.
But so it's not like real.
Well, I don't know. I don't think so. Like so when see, it's tricky, isn't it? Because when I'm in the dream, I'm a crab. But when I'm out of the dream, I come back to being me. So maybe we're all just multifaceted beings, and maybe the full extent of our power, our mind and our power is not even fully realized by us. Or maybe it's just all bullshit. Maybe they're just figments of your imagination.
God, you are like so clever. Like that just fucking blew my mind.
Cam's mind blown.
Yeah, it's quite a lot.
Don't think too hard. Don't think too hard, Cam. It's okay.
Would you ask?
It's probably nothing. I just had a weird. So I don't normally dream. Like. like how you and Cam dream. But this like woman came to me and she was like, "You've got to clean up your room," and you know, I was like, "This is weird." And then I think I remembered a bit of my life from before.
Wow.
Yeah. And then, so you know, I told you how, I have this memory of like being in a sanatorium or like just being bandaged up and like just, I don't think that's really my memory. It's like it doesn't make sense.
Right.
Is like story?
Yeah, or like it's not mine, it's someone else's. Can I... Nix is about to start talking and then realises that Marcus is here and it's like,
Oh, that's really interesting. But before what? I mean, I'm not quite up on all of the whole, like, you guys are kind of like, you don't talk about yourselves as much as I like to talk about myself.
Oh,
so I feel like
it's boring. It's not interesting.
how could you be so boring? You guys are like the coolest people.
Thank you.
Fucking stop.
Do you remember much of your childhood, Serge?
No, not really. No. No, I don't remember much at all, really, to be honest. I think it's, you know, same as you, really, I think. Like, I remember my parents, and I remember the farm.
You remember your parents?
Well, yeah, like, you know, I remember I had them. You know, we were farmers. That's it, really. I don't, you know. I remember a smell, you know, a laugh.
Well,
bits and pieces, not much.
Maybe this strange lady will visit you in your dreams and help you remember stuff.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It could have been a weird dream. It was very odd.
Well, hey,
She
you know,
wore leisure
we're
wear.
always here to talk about it if you want. Like,
Yeah, like you can tell me anything.
Oh, thank you.
bitch.
Yeah. Marcus, is there much, like, shade at this Arroway Haven?
Yeah, sometimes, because you know it's like a lot of canals and waterways and stuff, and you know, you can sometimes the water gets quite cool because of the shadow cast by from the buildings and stuff. I think it's beautiful. I mean, I've been to a couple of it. It's much more beautiful than Wetu. I know people like sometimes say that I'm a bit biased because it's my home, but I would say it's the most beautiful. I even went to Drashen once. I never saw anything as beautiful as Arroway Haven.
Oh, excellent. I don't like the sun.
No, you want to get like a parasol or something.
Yeah,
you would look beautiful with a parasol. Yeah. In fact, I think I've got one in my room I could probably give you. I don't think it's going to go with your outfit too much because we've got slightly different like palette.
Oh,
Like I
yes.
like the kind of yellows and the blues and stuff, and you've got like a lovely grey kind of black kind of thing going. But
Yeah.
I think I've got like a like kind of a nice like mustardy kind of parasol.
Okay. Thank you.
You can have it. I got a lot in my wardrobe. You can have it.
What do you want?
That is so generous.
Yeah, it's very generous.
I'm very, very lucky. I've got a lot of things, so you can have whatever you want. So do you want my eyeliner? I got eyeliner. I thought they said it was waterproof, but it, as you can see, not. I mean, a little bit, but not overly. Have it.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. I mean, like I'm kind of thinking I'm going into the city now, and we're going to go back to my place, and it doesn't really, you guys have helped me so much, and I'm going to have all my things and stuff. So I don't want you to take offense. I hope you're not thinking I'm some kind of dick.
Oh, no, not at all.
You know what I was thinking as well? Sorry if I'm a chatterbox, because you were kind of talking about your funny dream. But I was thinking, with this receipt for the gondola, I don't know if they're going to just give it to us, because obviously we're not the Mr. and Mrs. Pytel, but I think maybe if we all teamed up and were super charming, maybe we could convince them to just give you the gondola. I mean, what are they going to do? They already had it, it's already prepaid for. Then you would have your own gondola.
Wait, were they, you said Mr. and Mrs., were those two that died married to each other?
They were married to each other, yeah.
And they had a kid.
Grown up, yeah, with his own family, yeah.
Oh, no.
Sad, isn't it? Yeah. Very sad. But, and I'm not going to downplay it, because these were really good, hardworking people that passed away. But being in the transportation business is one of the more dangerous jobs you can have. It's quite dangerous, because this time it was like fat little green men, but other times, sometimes it's like wolves or,
Badges.
badgers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey. Sorry, Max. Can you just give us a second? Team meeting. I mean, original team meeting. Just.
Oh. Okay.
Just sorry.
No, that's fine.
I just want to huddle with Cam and Serge and just be like,
I'll just walk ahead. It's fine.
thank you. Guys, if we get that gondola, then maybe
It's so big.
No, but look,
We no carry.
no, we're gonna need a job. Maybe we can give people these transport people in the city and give people boat rides and things. Just it'll mean money, or we can sell it.
Yeah.
I
mean,
think we should take it, right? If we can take it.
I mean, traveling is apparently dangerous, but I don't think they'll have wolves or wolves in the city.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, Cam, what do you think?
is there boat? Is
Boat.
yeah the boat is there? It's just they have children. Is
Well, yes. But
Yeah.
what are we gonna do for money? We can do the right thing and give it to the child.
That is the most Michelle I think maybe we can assess our options when we get there, I guess.
Yeah,
but
maybe once we've made enough money, we can pay the couple's son like back? You know what?
Can I check the receipt to see how much they paid for this gondola?
Yes.
Platinum.
It actually doesn't say. It's not that kind of receipt. It's like a note that just says
Right.
it's made and ready to pick up at your earliest convenience, kind of thing.
I think look, dependent on how much we can get, we need money to get to do anything in the city apparently, and we don't have that. Maybe there's like a happy medium where we can, I don't know, like pay the family a bit of money each time we get some money or something like that.
Yeah. Or we can just ask them if they want it, or ask if we can have it.
I quite like a boat.
It just might be fun to have It just means we can be self-sufficient and we don't have to rely on other people.
Are we walking right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope we're walking at the same time as sort of like chatting. It's like, as opposed to kind of right break.
Yeah, we don't need to think about it right now. It's just
Marcus like walked ahead, and he's now like walking backwards, looking at you guys, waiting for you to stop your like chatting to each other. And he like points at the horizon, and you just see the walls of the city, which are this sort of pale creamy yellow. And you can just about see like canals and streams heading into the city. And he like kind of gives the thumbs up.
Hey Cam.
Not too long now, it's going to be soon.
Cam, you ready for your hanging baskets?
Yeah. Cam does like a little like. Reach for it.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so you approach the pale yellow stone walls, and the kind of angle that you head into, you see where, a little bit further inland is the road essentially that you've not taken because you've been walking through dunes, and where the road kind of meets up, there are buildings that are built on the outside wall part. And as you approach it, you see outside a house, and there is like a little docking area with a bunch of gondolas, like all tethered up. And out front, sort of seeing you guys approach and having no other customers to talk to, is a red dragonborn, slender, long, slender fingers as they wave at you. Gosh, that sounds creepy now. I think I'm kind of imagining in my head these long fingers. It's really like a normal, just elegant. Elegant is all. Fuck.
Hello.
Oh god. No.
Try and be so descriptive, and then I hear it coming out, and I just think, what eldritch horror are you describing? Marcus kind of goes, do you want me to kind of talk more, or do you want to kind of do it yourself? You can take the lead, you got the docket thing, or whatever, but I'm going to try to get the gondola because I actually don't have any, like I said, don't have any change on me, so I want to get to the Hale manor house, like now-ish. I'm going to go straight to my mom. Thought you guys could like come with me so that if she wants to give you anything, then she can do that. But you can take the lead if you want to get to the gondola. I can do all the talking. It's up to you. I mean, you guys are very kind of persuasive.
I mean, Nix, do you want to try, or I can if you want, but
I'm not Just no. I think we should try. I do. I just.
Okay, that's fine. Do you want? Would you like me to take the ticket? Or?
I think you and Marcus go and try and get it.
Right.
Me and Cam wait here.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, all right. Marcus, would you like to?
Yeah, you hang back a little bit. Marcus hooks his arm in through your arm, and you walk forward to this dragonborn.
Hi there.
Hello. Hello. Are you here to hire a gondola? We don't actually have anyone to take you, but
well, that's fine. We're
hire
actually
a gondola for the day, or
we're actually not here to hire. We're here to pick our gondola up, if at all possible.
Okay. Do you have the docket?
Yeah.
And Marcus kind of goes, you can see it's for Mr. and Mrs. Python, who has been in my employ for a long time, and I think that you'll agree it'd be kind of okay if we take it, because, you know, I am Marcus de Keros, so, you know, it would be everything is completely above board, and if anything is not, like, right, then, you know, you can take it up with my mother. What is your passive insight? Oh, total trash. Can you roll insight, please?
Yes, absolutely. That was a 12.
It's just like a slight moment when the Dragonborn who's looking at this docket, like the eyes just go up for a second and then back down again. And for a second, Marcus like looks at you as well, like, what was that? And goes, well, anyway, I'm sure, like, you know, this is prepaid, so, and you know very well, I come through all the time, and I come through with the titles, so everything's going to be okay.
From what, unfortunately, the titles have been waylaid, but we have taken over the care of Mr. Dick. Mr. Dickeros.
I'm going to give you a little tip for pronouncing, because I've got it written down here. If you think Dick Chaos, you'll be pronouncing it right.
Dick Chaos.
Thank you. My favourite kind. Chaos. The Pro Council wants her son back as quickly as possible, so I'm sure you can understand that we need to get through as quickly as possible. I'm sorry for the predicament, but...
And anyway, I just, you know, let's roll persuasion, please.
Thank
and
you.
You're getting help from Marcus, so you can roll with advantage.
Nice. Excellent. That's a very good thing, because my first roll was a 2. I thought the second roll was a nat 20. So that's 25 altogether.
There's like this moment where this Dragonborn goes, yes, well, just take the gondola. Don't worry about it, just take it. And let's say no more about it. And the Dragonborn immediately walks away and points like over their shoulder, like points and goes, it's that one. And you see this kind of orangey, like a rich orange wood with very plain but interesting carvings in the side of it, and the pole is like in it. Is
it possible for me to roll another insight check for
yes,
this
of course, yeah.
Dragonborn? So I didn't like that. That was a 3.
Yeah, you're not sure. You're not sure. You're not sure. But you now, guys, you got a gondola. Marcus is like, pulls you over and is like, we should like go through the city and like strike a pose in our gondola. You know, like sometimes it's really cool to just be like, such a statement as you go through.
Like at the prow, like a figurehead.
Oh,
you'd make an excellent
it should
figurehead.
kind of be like Because you're like the super like sexy sort of, you would like drape yourself around the front, and then Cam, this like big boy at the back who's like going to be looking off at the side, and then maybe I could like, he gets in the boat and like goes down on one knee and is like pumps his chest out, and then like Nyx, who is so mysterious, can be like sitting on the side like she's looking like like she's like, have I seen something, like off to the side, and then we will strike such a pose as we go through the canal. Don't you think? Come on guys, let's do this.
Let's do it. Come on, come on.
We'll look super cool as we go.
I'm just gonna sit. Is that okay?
Yeah, but you like look like this. I see something.
Oh, like that. Oh.
Don't, because I get the giggles. I need to piss so much. He fully commits to the bit. He fully commits to the bit so that you like strike a pose as you go through. And you,
Sam,
who is
Cam
taking
has just the
poll?
most uncomfortable laugh the whole time. Smile, just like.
Who's taking the poll? I mean, phrasing, but who is actually doing the?
Gondoling.
Me, I'm at the back, right? That has to be me, right?
Yeah.
It's so fucked up that my years in fucking retail was every time you say gondola, I think of like a little point of sale thing
God,
that you have next to the till.
I don't know what that is.
Gross.
It's like it's something that holds leaflets, and they call it a gondola.
Oh, okay.
Lydia.
Yeah, can you give me like a just
So-
a general athletics for like sort of getting the hang? I'm guessing Cam's not proficient in gondola work.
Fucking guess again, bitch.
You got a natural.
No, I rolled. I rolled a 24, a 22. Sorry.
Okay, there's like a moment when you're trying to work it out, and it's not an oar, and you kind of have to, like, there's like a little moment where Marcus, it sort of explains to you that it goes down and then you push, and then there's this like launch moment because you're that little bit stronger than everyone was expecting, and the gondola like launches forward into the city of Arroway Haven. You've arrived, guys. It is.
Do we at any point go past the standing point of perspective of the painting? Does that like
let me
the?
explain.
Pardon?
Let me take you through it. Because it is starting to be like middle afternoon, and that like blistering sun, the reflections off the water, and you notice a couple of things as you're like each in your strange little awkward poses. Like through the water, like it's kind of difficult to see at first, but through the water, you just about sort of notice these moments of like, not only is there occasional bits of coral that cling to the walls, but when you look closer at that coral, they're actually like their own little window planters, and there are the occasional like underneath dwellings that are on the surface. There are also basement dwellings with like windows open and like doors open, and you know there are large pipes that run. There are large pipes that run underneath through the water, guys. There are,
Like actual Venice.
unlike actual Venice, this place has a sewage system, but there are also underground dwellings so that you can have some of the wet creatures can live here as well as the non-wet. Wet. And you go through, it starts, the outskirts are just the slightly more like rougher areas, and you have these incredible markets that just spill out into the edges of each of the canals. There are lots of other gondolas that have stopped and are kind of filling their gondolas with food and stuff from it. And as you keep pushing through, it is a fairly big city, so it will take you some time to like push through, and you have Marcus sort of directing you and sort of saying, you need to veer around this way and take this little street, because not all streets are canal streets, some are land streets. and the buildings begin to get fancier. And you know, looking at your painting, it's clear that the painting is taken from the perspective of the fancier areas of town. And you know, Marcus is sort of talking and saying again, like, let's go directly to the Pale Manor. And then, you know, possibly once settled in and made sure that you guys have been recompensed, that they can go out, whatever, and celebrate and say thank you properly. And chattering a little bit about places that he likes in the city. His favorite tavern is called the Cat in the Custard Pot, and he recommends it highly. And I'm going to say, who's got the highest passive? Nyx.
Yes. Moi.
Can you roll me like a general insight for me, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just have a horrible feeling that he's not who he says he is.
Yeah, I know. 16.
I'm glad that I brought you to this place. The years that we're playing D&D, the trust is so low.
Yeah.
It's so low and it hurts.
So low.
What was your insight?
16.
16. I'd say the thing that probably tips off your passive insight is this moment where your side that you're like looking out on, there's a like a halfling standing in a doorway of a different tavern, and Marcus like waves, and this halfling just steps into the tavern and like shuts the door. And there's kind of an odd atmosphere. I mean, you're not super tuned into what big city life is like,
Yeah.
but you would say you're meeting Marcus, who is all warmth and all like perhaps a little too much friendly.
Yeah.
It doesn't match up with what he was like describing and explaining, but he's like, he waves and the halfling like backs into the place, and he kind of goes, "Ha, weird." Anyway, so as I was saying, like, I made this one song, blah, 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 and carries on talking.
Can I don't know if that was part of my roll or if I can roll something extra, but her backing away, was it like a, oh my god, screw that guy, or was it more like a fear thing, or was it like a disgust
Okay,
thing?
a 16 is pretty good. I'll say with a 16, it's like, I'd say the kind of exact feel of it is, fuck that.
Okay.
And yeah, so you essentially make your way through this, the streets start to look a little bit, you don't see the exact matchup of the painting, but you get this moment, Cam, you see your first hanging basket hanging out front of a very nice tailor shop. And there is this sort of cascade of leafy green creeper, like dangly stuff, and this sort of frothy white flowers either side of a doorway.
The gondolas, do they go to the door, or is there like little paths either side of this like
little
waterway? Can I jump out of the gondola onto
Go on.
Can I jump out of the gondola onto like a platform so I can like be face to face with the plant, the hanger basket?
Yeah, what I'll say is this though. Yeah, can we just get like a little group for the people who are left? We need a little group dexterity to see if the boat just drifts off or if you manage to grab hold of the side. So Marcus gets a 4, guys. So you've already failed with Marcus.
It doesn't matter either way if it's... I got a 16 plus 1, so 17.
Nice.
I got an 11.
Okay. You got one good, one really bad, and one middling. So you drift like a little bit, but you manage to like grab on. And yeah, you kind of look back like, what the fuck? And Calmar's still holding the pole, is just up close looking at the hanging basket.
I want to get I think Cam wants to get like a real deep smell and like get his like face really close to it, I don't know if you ever did this when you were a kid, but like if you were like lying down in a garden and like you picture yourself as really small.
Yeah.
I think Cam has like put his face like into it almost, and it's just like he's mentally there.
Yeah. Like the smell is not overly sweet, but it's quite a green smell, and it's very, very pleasant. It's very lush in a way that you've been in sand dunes and everything's had that hot, slightly burnt kind of smell that you get on hot sand dunes sometimes. And this smells very fresh and green, and it's lovely.
Cam.
Like, can you maybe?
Give
We
him.
have to get him some kind of hanging plant, aren't we?
Yeah, for sure. Just give him a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Practice your posing.
Like sitting like this on the edge of the boat.
Yeah.
Are we sort of still moving?
No, we're holding on to the
I think
side.
you sort of held on to the side. Yeah.
Cool. That's sorry. That's the thing that I was worried about.
Bye.
Just let
Cam in the big city.
Oh,
It's like, look who's talking.
Where is?
I think he's so into this moment and B terrified that it won't quite. Like this has been in his head for so long, and it's been like an anchor point for him, and he's just when that moment ends, then there is the unknown. Like this has been his like single point of. This has been his anchor point, so I don't think he stops until somebody stops him. Assuming that people would stop him in a more reasonable amount of time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say it's a good few minutes pass, and then Marcus will kind of go, "Hey, Cam, I got to actually show you something that you might like even more. I can show you something you might really like a little bit further on, if you want to see it."
Chamomile is
it's very pretty.
Chamomile, come, and he's like, who like get back onto the gondola, and just be like, Chamomile, is thanks, and he's just gonna like give a little like nod to the thing.
Can I just insight check, Cam? I know that's weird, like to do that stuff, but I just want to see is Cam devastated, or is he? I know he's been like looking forward to the hanging baskets this whole journey, so I just want to check, like, he's happy or he's.
I'm fine. I'm all right with that. If Nikki's all right with that.
Okay. Oh, well, that's terrible. It's so bright. I rolled an 8.
Yeah.
He's absolutely fucking devoed.
Oh god. Oh, no.
Life ruined.
You way through a bit more, and you are definitely now in a more residential, fancier area. You know, the buildings are this like beautiful pale stone, and yeah, you come to this like opened out area, which is almost like a kind of circular, where a lot of the canals meet together, and there's this circular, almost like mini park in the middle. Like, this is going to sound deeply unromantic for something that's going to be very pretty, but if you imagine a roundabout, like a wet roundabout, but with like but with like a green bit in the middle, and then in the middle of the green is this huge tree with like roots that kind of ring their way through the grassy ground, and the branches hang like weeping willow, and the leaves are this very pale, almost bluey kind of green, and there are little gentle like white blossoms on them, and you see a few people like lounging on the green area, and your gondola's just like moving around this circle round the tree. And you know, Marcus kind of waves at somebody who's like lounging on the grass and is like, Sephi babes. And this like half-elf woman stands up and like stares at him. And she goes, Marcus, where have you been? And he goes, "Where to, babes? I've been at where to? Like I was gonna get some stuff fitted that's coming here. I had such a time. It was a real, but like these guys," and he like points to you, "helped me. Stephs, what's going on? The city feels like it's got a weird vibe about it." And this woman goes, "Are you going to the manor?" And he goes, "Yeah." She goes, "Right, find me after." And she sort of backs a little bit further away and sits down under the tree. And your gondola like pushes on. And it's the first time that Marcus gets a little bit quiet.
Marcus, is everything okay?
I don't know. It kind of is. I don't know. Like maybe. I don't know. We'll talk to my mum about it. Not really sure.
Is it usually this quiet?
Not really. I mean, it's kind of getting into the afternoon. Maybe it's like that. I don't know. Not really. It's kind of, it's not me though. I mean, it's not like just me. It does feel kind of weird, doesn't it?
Is there any way I can look around at anyone else to see if they're reacting to Marcus like in that same way of that halfling of like, oh, fuck that. Like, is everyone feeling on edge, or is it like, oh, those people are having a really fun conversation, then they saw Marcus and they went, ugh.
Roll perception, but it is disadvantage still. The sun hasn't quite gone down yet.
Right.
Oh,
Could I retroactively insight the Seth? Would that be okay?
Oh,
Yes.
Nice.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I'm worried because you worry me.
Yeah, I should have. I rolled a 14 perception.
I rolled a 14 insight.
Oh yeah. The people are definitely reacting to him. That it's nothing to do with you at all. He is. You realize with that, I think with that 14, you realize he is the famous person. Like everyone in this city knows him, and they are currently not like Steffi seems like she's his friend, but she's not. Yeah, you don't. It's something about him. And sorry, that's the 14 for Sephi, and your one, the perception one, was like seeing if everybody was doing that, and yeah, everybody pretty much that you've passed has seen him and gone a bit like. Anywho, you push past that little area, that little circular area with the tree, and you begin to approach this very large building with this marble facade, white marble with blue veins going through it, as marble does. And he turns to you and goes, "Well, this is the Pale Manor." Gosh.
Lovely. Marcus, just out of interest,
Yeah.
what were you doing in where to?
I was getting some more clothes. I was like getting a couple of outfits. We have really good tailors here, but sometimes I like to go to other places so that I got something like a little bit different.
Right.
And also, you know, sometimes it's like, well, I was going to go get some like armor and stuff. I never did. I got a sword. I picked up a sword, but I lost it.
Why were you getting armor?
I got a couple of sets. I never really wear them. I just sort of have them as like a decoration, but they might as well fit. You never know.
No, yeah.
Just something to spend money on, isn't it?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna just telepathically sort of speak to Nyx. I'm sorry, Cam, that it's so
Oh, it absolutely tracks. It's cool.
kind of makes sense. I kind of say, so maybe it's just me, but I think there's something weird going on here. Do you think?
I think so too. Look, the people seem to be acting weird to this guy. And I don't think he's a bad person necessarily. But something's not right, and we should definitely be cautious.
Would it be worth us like being on guard? Like, like, might it be worth us not going to the palace? I don't know. I feel.
I'm going to say this because the chat has been going for long enough. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
I hate to do it, but you were approaching and then you start talking. So I'm just going to say that the gondola like pulls up alongside the steps to this building.
Mm-hmm.
And there are two custers being like guards or the popo. And there's two custers that come forward, and Marcus kind of gets up and goes, "Look, Candice, like it's good to see it's your day to do the door. Hiya." And they just sort of don't talk to him and step forward and are very much escorting you all in through the main doors. And you step in. I'll say like he turns around and kind of goes like, these guys, they're usually really chappy, but not today. And you step into this vast like foyer hall, brilliantly lit with arcane crystals embedded in the marble walls. And there are two staircases that kind of wrap around the inside of the hallway up to like a second level, but you are escorted like underneath that area through another set of double doors, which Mark's like looks at the doors as they open, turns around and goes, "It's funny, this used to just be an archway. Mother must have put it in." And you step into this room. It is a very big hallway with people up each side, some of them being people who are wearing armor, some of which are people who are just very finely dressed. And at the very far end of the hallway is a large gleaming chair of like gleaming metals and soft like furnishing on it, and draped over the back is like a soft velvet shawl of like pale grey, and standing in front of that, I guess, throne is a woman with dark curly hair, like barely being contained within this headdress of like pale ceramic and draping chains, sort of chains that drape across her face, and this gown of layered linens that are so fine they seem to be sort of lightly bellow on their own, and brought together with these series of fine thin chains wrapping around her, and then these like discs, these sort of ornaments and accessories that bring these chains together and hold this dress in a very like drapey Grecian sort of way. And her heavily cold eyes gaze upon you as you walk towards her. And she goes, "Ah, Marcus, you've returned. Very, very good to see you." And Marcus goes, "Savor, where is my mother?" And she goes, "I have to inform you of some news. While you were away, there was a vote of no confidence in your mother. And in the interim, they have put me in charge. So I am now the temporary pro-counsel, but you have nothing to fear. I will take you to your mother now. She, of course, has had to find another place to live. It is no longer appropriate for her to live here. Who are these people?" And Marcus goes, "All right, these were kind of like people who like helped me on the road, and they are kind of my rescuers. This is very embarrassing. I was going to give them like something to say thank you." And she goes, "Ah, you may leave." You may leave.
Cam goes to leave.
Okay.
Okay. You turn the doors open and you step through, and you are once again flanked by two custers on your way out. I'm gonna say you walk through the foyer, you walk down the steps, and you get back in your gondola. Nyx, roll a perception, and I'm gonna be super generous and say that it's just about dusky enough that you don't have disadvantage.
Thank you.
Can I, just like as the doors are closing, I'm just gonna telepathically speak to Marcus and say, meet us at the cat in the custard part when you're done. I want to make sure you're safe.
Michelle, can you tell me, with that telepathy, people can reply? I seem to remember that you said that people can reply. It's like sending.
Yeah, I will just check. But I'm pretty sure
and while you do that, Michelle, what was your
23? Tell me everything. You're regretting.
what was that on what? What was it on the? What was the actual? What was the D20 roll?
17.
Okay. This is what happens. Can he reply to you, Tom?
Yes, he can. Yeah.
Yeah. What you hear, Serge, when you say that, is you hear him reply to you and go, "I'm not sure," and then it stops. And Nyx, you're looking as the doors shut, and you just see this woman glide towards him, and there's a flash of movement, and you see a spurt of red, and then the doors are closed. And you are in your gondola and pushing away.
Is he in the gondola?
Hey, Marcus, no.
No, he's back in the hall. You left him.
Right, yeah.
He stayed with her,
Lydia.
so you just saw that as the doors shut. And the gondola gets
Fuck you, Lydia.
lightly shunted out into the canal. I mean, there's... well, I'm so sorry. I just got a glimpse of chat and they're a bit angry at me. So Cam doesn't know. Serge doesn't necessarily know.
Cam's upset because Marcos said that he would take him to see some nice flowers, and now he's staying at the manor, so he won't get to see the nice flowers.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm just gonna sort of like sit there and go, like, try to connect to him again.
I'm assuming that the gondola is pushing through the streets back through, but without necessarily a particular like place in mind. So at the moment you're just like kind of going back through the route that you've taken on the way here. And it is definitely pushing through into twilight now. God damn it, I didn't think I felt so certain Michelle would
Just every now and then, it's like every 20th roll, it's like, you can have a good one.
Like, I'm very used to Nikki finding out my secrets too soon because of his abilities with dice. And it is quiet on that gondola. I mean, there's definitely no chat happening.
No.
You are pushing through the streets, and it is beginning to be evening time, and you are doing this like aimless float through the canals.
I think I'm gonna look at Nyx and sort of say, I was speaking to him, and then he just stopped. He just stopped. What? Why would he do that?
God, I don't think Nix knows what to say. Like, I don't think she's good.
But can we go back? Can we go back and if he needs help, then
We can't, look,
we can help him. We can help him.
we can't help him. Serge, look at us. What can we do? If we go, I'll be the. No, we're not going back.
Nix, with your passive perception
Yeah.
and it now being nighttime, so that is pinging off. You see a dangling sign, which is a cat with like custard dripping off its chin.
Look, let's go get rooms, and he'll come meet us when he's ready. I'm sure he's fine.
You step off that gondola, tying the rope to the little docking area, and there's this little area where there's a little bit of cobble, little kind of square area, and there's a fountain in the middle, and you step out into it, and you're sort of standing there looking at each other, talking about how it's just best to kind of settle yourselves down and then work out what your next move is. And some figures come towards you through the darkness. And there's, I'm going to say, two human, one halfling. And they look you guys up and down and come up and go, all right, you lot are out late.
We're traveling. We just arrived late. We're just looking for a place to stay.
Huh. Cool, yeah. The human just pulls the hat off your head, puts it on their own head.
Cam grabs the hat back off his head. No, is my friends.
Let's dex it off.
Oh.
Fucking hell. I'm ready to
You
kill
do
a
not get
bitch.
my personal space unless you're camel.
Do you want a dex save or acrobatics? What do you want?
Acrobatics.
19.
Oh, 19 as well. Fuck. Let's do it again.
I'd rather a different skill.
You may not.
Dirty 20. A Daniel Bedingfield, if you will.
22. He just pulls it away and goes, No. See, I think you better just give me your money or we'll fucking cut ya. One of them.
My brother's
pulls
here, ladies and gentlemen.
One of them pulls a little. They don't fucking know that.
No.
One of them pulls a shorter sword. Another one pulls out 2 daggers. And the halfling just pulls back and gets a little kind of short bow off its back. And we'll stop there now.
Lydia!
And roll for initiative next week. But before we go, I know, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. But we will level up. So why don't we just do a quick roll for hit dice on stream?
God.
I'm going to keep my...
Why don't we? Why don't we, Lydia?
Oh my god, what is my hit dice? I don't know.
Just
So sorry,
thank you to Almost Ace for following, Pocket, Emmy for following, Jay, Deju Noise for following. Thank you very much, Lambert, for the raid, and thank you very much, Skywin, for subscribing. I'm not going to reveal my hit die on stream because y'all don't know what class I am.
What am I rolling? Could someone tell me? It's a D10, right?
Oh yeah, fuck it.
You're Nama Cleric.
Oh. fuck it. I can tell you how much I.
Yeah, just roll it and tell us how much you get.
Fuck you, Lydia. That was amazing. But also fuck you. I loved him.
I
Doing a
rolled a
full Zan.
7, so that's I get an extra 8 hit points.
Oh, beautiful. That's a good one.
I rolled 6, which means
Okay, cool.
I get an extra 9 hit points.
That's nice. That's good. In this house we re-roll ones when we get them. So you can add it to that. You can do your level up for next week, and we will open next week with roll for initiative.
Sick.
Hopefully, Foundry will work for us, and we'll be able to stream it. Guys, thanks so much for stopping by. I know, this went a little bit later than it did last time, and I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm just really sorry. But drama, conflict, is part of. It's a dark.
If you enjoyed that, guys, we'll be back again next week at 7, same time. This will be up on YouTube on the Tuesday. However, for those of you that subscribe, you'll be able to watch the VODs whenever you want. We'll have Dragon Age Saturday morning, and also...
Will I be playing with Lydia?
And also we'll be doing episode 3 of our Cyberpunk game on Saturday at 7. We have a Discord, come and check it out. We do all sorts of things, like the art teasers, get there before, we chat about the games, and Lydia has put a Spotify playlist for campaign vibes, if you want to kind of really dig in. I know the other two are working on character ones. I have a cam playlist in the Discord that you can look, and I'll be updating it throughout the game. I know the other two are working on them. However, they have a better ear for music than I do, so it's far less slapdash. So it'll be a little bit of time. Follow us on Twitter. All of our individual Twitters are below, and our own is at Wicked Game RPG, and we are Wicked Game on YouTube.
Yeah, I think you can pretty much just search Wicked Game and you'll get mostly us.
Yeah. But thank you very much for joining us, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. See you next time.
Bye.
Lydia, I wanted
So shy.
Titty
I'm so
song.
shy. So shy.